Hello. Testing. 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 Testing.
Once they say we flip it task, just no police someone. Congrats.
Yes, welcome to the Sion Hill playing field. We're here for the final of the Neil Williams, National Neil Williams T20 competition. In the finals here today, we have the Flo Ratcliffe versus the police team. And the crease is Jahil Williams. Just punches this one on the offside. Looks for a single. There's none. Here with me in the commentary box is Mr. Kenroy Martin. Good afternoon to you, Kenroy.
Good afternoon to you, Alanson. Good afternoon to the viewers of this broadcast here at Sion Hill. We're here to see the finals between these two teams, two big teams in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We see Asif Hooper leading one team and Desmond Maloney leading the other team. Two very competitive teams they are, Police and Flo Ratcliffe.
Yes, opening for Police, it's Maloney and Walters. Walters off the mark. This one just pushed behind point for a single. Opening the bowling for the Flo Ratcliffe team is Asif Hooper.
Something he does on a regular basis, Alanson. He has done it in the VPL, he has done it locally, he has done it regionally as well. So he has grown accustomed to actually bowling that new ball in this format of the game.
This one is a loud appeal. Not out, says the umpire. We are side on, so we can't really judge in terms of the line of that delivery.
That's a flat and quicker delivery from Asif Hooper. Just catching Maloney. It's kind of halfway to that one. This one is down the leg side, wide signal by the umpire. Just losing his line there a little bit. But this would be a very good wicket if Ratcliffe is to get it pretty early.
Yes, and talking about the wicket, the pitch itself looks very good today. Quite dry, quite hard.
It's another appeal. That out says the umpire, looking to go square leg this time.
Yeah, that one was a bit straight. May have just been outside the off stump as he was looking to sweep that one, as I judged by the umpire. But keeping it flat and wicket to wicket here is Hooper. This one is turning it behind square. Should be able to get close to the boundary. Gets to the boundary, no. Excellent. Oh, that's 4 runs. Gets to the boundary now. So that's 4 runs there to Maloney. And they are now 5-6 without loss.
Well, just a tickle on the leg side there, and it ran off the face of the outfield into the fence for 4. Something we have not seen in a long time here, Alanson, at Sion Hill.
Yes, quick outfield. That one really got to the boundary quite easily.
So we're into over number 2 here. In this the finals of the Neil Williams National Lotteries T20 tournament. Played here at Sion Hill between Flo Ratcliffe and Royal St. Vincent Grenadines Police Force. The Police Force has won this tournament, I think, Alanson, in about 2-3 times in recent years. They have been the dominant force to be dealt with in this tournament.
Yes, they have. Both teams actually have been doing well, not just in this tournament, but in the 2-day championship. Really the powerhouse of local cricket here. Powerhouses, I would say.
I do agree with you. The police team boasts about 6 to 7 national players. From the captain Maloney, Douglas, you have Demba, and a few other, Ray Jordan, regional speedster. A few other players there, and local players, Hooper. As the second over was a quicker delivery, has Walters in a sort of awkward position.
But
Not
did
too
you see
sure
that,
what happened there.
But did you see that bounce on that wicket? The wicket has some juice in it. It'll be interesting to see how it goes a little bit later on with the Pacers.
Indeed. So
6 without loss.
Yeah, very good start here. Both teams. This one is outside the off stump. There's a in the air. Brilliant attempt there by the man at short extra cover. And just actually getting his hands to it and knocking it down just at short extra cover. A chance got begging, but it was a difficult one.
Yeah, it would have been a spectacular grab there by Greaves. It was airborne. Got his right hand to it. So he would feel a bit disappointed because he got quite a bit of hand on it. But in the end wasn't able to reel it in.
Well, over number 2, been bowled here by this man for the VPL. He plays for Lassafre Hikers, has done a very good job as well. So over the wicket, O'Neill is driven through covers, bongs to the man at mid-off, gets another single as they keep ticking here.
That one was for me driven, just on a bit of awkward bunks, which the man at mid-off then negotiated well in the end. Could have been a trip to the dentist.
Fortunately for him, this was a quicker delivery. Yorker length. Really quick ball by Lowe's there. That looked like a ball from Martin, a fast bowler. Quick it is.
Yeah, that was an excellent Yorker. Well played in the end by Walters.
Well, around the wicket. This is a slower delivery. It has been swept all the way over square leg for 6 by Walters. A slower delivery this time, and he punched into it, into the fence for 6. A lovely shot by Walters.
Yeah, that one was just a little bit slow. I mean, no flight around midland leg stump, and there he went with it with a slug sweep, well over square leg. And a handsome 6 there for Giles Walters. A stylish player, young batsman.
Yeah,
one who has a lot of potential.
Exactly.
For the future.
A lot of potential from under 15 all the way up onto this time, and he has shown that. Just need to get things going. This one is on the leg side. Flicked it. He's gone for 1. He's coming back for 2. Waiting on the signal from the umpire if he got some baton to that one. Leg by, says the umpire. So 2 more runs there to the score for Flo Ratcliffe. A police, that is. And over number 2 has come to an end. And after over number 2, it's 16 without loss in 2 overs, Alanson. A pretty good start here by the policemen.
Yeah, they wouldn't be disappointed with the start at all, going at 8 runs per over. Still all 10 wickets in hand after the first 2 overs, so they'll have an idea now of how the pitch is playing. They would want to then expand now from this position and make use of the remaining overs in the power play. So Hooper now, he comes into Maloney. This one is short, it's cut. Going to the boundary, that's 4 runs. It was a bit too wide, gave him the room, and he was onto the back foot, cutting that backward of point for 4.
Meet and drink there to the skipper from the police team. Outside the off stump, short delivery, punks on it, down to the boundary for 4. That was easy pickings there for the skipper from the police team.
Yeah, and it seems to be that type of wicket where you can camp a little bit on the back foot because the bounce is generous. And so you can wait to play off the back foot, especially against the spinners. And you know you have 2 spinners who are bowling who are not, well, they don't flight the ball that often.
Yeah,
we saw that flighted one that went for 6 in the last over.
Exactly. Something that we don't see from them regularly. So a really good start here for police. And they are 2 senior spinners as well. They have done this at the VPL. They have done this on so many occasions.
This one is a better line there from Hooper. Doesn't give him the width that he got earlier in the over. Was able to cut away for 4. He's looking for the sweep. This one is beaten. He has attempted that shot about 3 or 4 times so far. Doesn't seem to be working well for him just yet.
Yeah, he actually loses the grip on the bat as well. So that tells you that he's not in the best position to play that shot. And the ball is not where he wants it to be.
Probably was looking to hit it just a little bit too hard.
Yeah.
This one is a quicker, flatter one just outside the off stump. And no shot is played there by Maloney. Content to let it go by. Dylan Johnson's there at 4 slip looking for any miss time cut shot.
From the lineup, we see police a very heavy top order. A very, very heavy top order, the police team. So it's 20 without loss in over number 3. 2 overs completed by Asif Hooper and 1 by Lewis so far. And really, what would be very interesting after this spell between these 2 arm spinners, who would they turn to? Pretty important.
Interesting. I think they may think about going to Graves. In fact, seems as if he was actually thinking about it, Graves as the bowling mark. But these 2 are the 2 premier slow bowlers. And there's also Rashid Frederick, who they may think of using maybe after the power play. Graves also bowls spin. And Dillon Johnson and Reswick Straw, the two other spinners. Richie is there as well. Two other seamers. Sorry, the only two seamers.
Well, it would be a diet of spin for the policemen today, as the first delivery from Lewis is just clipped off to the man at square leg who does the fielding. So it seems to me like they have found their line and length, really. The spinners, they have settled down nicely. And Walters and the skipper from the police team, we know for scoring runs locally here. As Lewis continues outside the house, this one's been swept way over mid-wicket into the fence for 6. Seems like he's been practicing that shot in his bed.
Yeah, that one was picked up very nicely off a length. It wasn't as flighted as the previous one, but he was playing it on length, and he went into the shot quite early and quite confidently, and was able to hit that one well over mid-wicket for 6.
Yes, a very good shot there by Walters, just pushing his left leg out and swept it over mid-wicket. A shot we have not seen in a very long time, actually in front of square for 6. A difficult shot to play, and they went for 6. 6 runs to him, 6 runs to the police team. And as I said, it's going to be a diet of spin here for the police team against this team, Flo Ratcliffe. So they have to play their shots, they have to take their chances. It's a power play as well.
Yeah, they have to go. And it was well selected there from Walters. Played it on the length, which you can do, and is not something out of the ordinary, especially for the limited overs version when playing the sweep. Seems to be prepared to take on the off spin on in that direction. Lewis bowling quite quickly, not really looking to turn the ball that much. And so the only thing that he has to worry about is maybe the bounce, which Lewis can get. He's a tall man, about 6'4", 6'5" in height, and the pitch seems to be quite hard and true. So that's the only danger, I think, with that shot at the moment. The bounce.
Well, it has worked for him so far. It hasn't put him in any trouble. It has got them 12 runs thus far. 2 lovely shots over mid-wicket and square leg for 6. As play will continue here at Annisville. The ball has been retrieved here, and police continues to battle here. They have been the supreme team in this T20 tournament. Lewis, this one is short. It's in the air. Somebody's going to take a catch. First, no, it's false. Wow. A sitter been really made a messed up, an easy catch. And Rashid dropped that on the mid-wicket fence. How much that's going to hurt them, I'm not too sure. But a simple catch, a sitter been put down.
What did I speak about before? The bounce. That one, just a top edge. Just a little bit more bounce than he anticipated the Walters. Also, it was a bit fuller. I'm not too sure it was short enough for that pull shot. And there he was defeated on the shot, and he was basically there. He had given up the ghost.
I agree.
And Rashid just putting that one down. He'll be very disappointed. That usually is a very good fielder.
He is surprisingly, and he dropped that one. And Zyril Walters have lived to fight another day. And really, a simple catch being put down by Rashid. Things could have been different, but it remains the same. Like extra run has been given to the police team and life. This one is smashed way over mid-off. Flighted delivery on the off stump, and Maloney crashed into the fence for 6.
Yeah, that was a big shot there from Maloney. He has been in good form throughout the year. He did very well in the Windward Islands competition. Very surprised that he was not actually on the Windward Islands Super 50 team.
Yeah,
based on his performance in the tournament.
I was myself, and he scored a lot of runs there.
Including a century.
Exactly. Unfortunately, he didn't get into the team, but we see the sort of form he's in, and that was a lovely shot over mid-off into the fence for 6. As there's some retrieving of the ball here at Sion Hill again. And as you mentioned before, Alanson, it is a fantastic wicket. It is lovely to bat on. The ball is true, and really, they are playing some excellent shots here thus far.
33 without loss. And we're only into the 4th over. And so, no wickets to the damage yet for the police team. The Ratcliffe team will be very worried about this start so far, especially not having picked up a wicket just yet, because the batting lineup of the police team is quite long, quite strong. And if they're in an advantageous position with the likes of Douglas and so still to come and bat, they will be quite aggressive in their approach when they come in.
I do agree with you there, and he said it's long. I use the term heavy. It's a heavy batting order there, the police team. The likes of Douglas to come Demba down the lower order. Still have you have Martin and the others. And they have very prolific hooper, a very consistent batsman locally. And really, Police has a very, very compact team. All persons could hold the bat. Everybody can bat. And they have been dominant in this tournament thus far. And really an excellent start for them. Maloney and Walters have been some very consistent batters for them as well. And they have given them some lovely starts during the season. And they continue to do that.
So just a bit of breaking play here as we wait for the ball to be retrieved. Seems like they have found it now as the players are returning to the playing area. That one went a long way over long off. 6 from Maloney. Beautiful conditions here at the Sion Hill playing field. Lovely blue skies, light wind. So good conditions to be feeling in. It wouldn't be excessively hot because of the breeze.
Well, it's 33 without loss in over number 4. A rapid start here by the Police team in this the finals of the Neil Williams T20 National Lottery Finals here at Sion Hill. So those who are looking at us here, if you have time, come down. We just started this game at Sion Hill, and it's a lovely, lovely conditions here for cricket. As Lois is a quicker delivery outside the off, some bunks on that one. Keeper didn't collect cleanly. And as we mentioned, the bunks of the wicket, really we've seen that coming from Lewis. Excellent delivery by him.
Yeah, it'll be quite interesting to see how it goes when the Pacers bowl on it, with the type of bunks that we are seeing from the spinners.
This one is short inside the off stump and pounced upon backward point. Nobody move into the fence for 4. 4 more runs to Maloney. The score moves up now to 37. 37 without loss in 4 overs.
A solid start from them. They'll be looking to get a very big score because it definitely looks like a good batting wicket. And there's some batting in the opposition as well. So it would probably be needed.
And Maloney just stand and delivered there. Just stood on his back foot and smashed that to backward point. Race across the field, the outfield, which seems to be extremely quick. Alonso, something we have not seen at Sion Hill in a while. And the wicket is exceptional. I must say, the bunks, the turn, and really it's a lovely, lovely sight here for cricket.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking that would have been interesting to see an international game here on this wicket. Because it has some juice, as we would say locally.
Yes, a little pep in the steps. Fast bowlers.
Hooper will continue his bowling to Walters. There's a square leg. There's a man at deep mid-wicket and a long on. The deep mid-wicket and the long on, those are the 2 outside of the circle. Still within the power play. That's Hooper. This one is driven back to him. That's a full delivery. So far he has proven quite miserly in the context of a T20 game. Has only conceded that one boundary. That one that was a bit too short, which was cut away by Maloney in his previous over. So and almost going back to the bowler. Was airily pushed back to him.
As we normally say, he's peeping on that delivery. Is Walters looking for the little opportunity to pounce on it.
So he cuts, but it's a fast one, a flat one. So doesn't time the cut shot. Just gets it out to the man at extra cover. Alston Bob Jr. does the feeling. Another quick and flat delivery. Well timed off the back foot.
Wow. Look at the shot. Timed to perfection. Into the gaps. Race off the outfield. Into the fence. I've not seen any signal from the umpire. It's just a signal 4. But that's a lovely shot by Walters.
Yeah, but when you look at a shot like that being played off the spinners in the power play, then you know that it's a good wicket.
It's an exceptional wicket.
Yeah.
My word. Oh, look at the shot. Just pushed it off his back foot. Raced across the outfield. Into the fence for 4. What a shot. Continues. Wow. He just turns it one nicely. It is getting close to the fence. It goes into the fence for 4. Alonso, we're seeing some class here from Walters. Little touches, some classy touches from him. And 4 more runs to him. The score moves up now to 41, I think it is. 45. 45 without loss in 5 overs. Excellent start.
Yes, they're going at exactly 9 runs and over. And not a productive over there for the police team. Some lovely shots being played. We saw that punch through the cover region by Walters, which was a delight to the eyes for those who saw it. And we're just mentioning off air that the pitch is a belter.
It is. My word. I could imagine batting on this wicket with a lovely fast bowler. And even a medium pacer would enjoy bowling on this wicket today. But the batters are always at an advantage, really, Alan, in this game of cricket.
Yeah, the wicket is true. The outfield is quick. So really and truly, if you place the ball and time it and put it in the gap, then there's value for shots.
I'm telling you, it's the best I've seen the Sion Hill playing in a long time. I have to give kudos to the groundsmen. They have done a very good job.
Excellent job indeed.
Excellent job as Richie Richards has taken over the attack from the airport end. This one is tossed. First delivery. He's welcomed by a lovely shot over backward point for 6. That is an exceptional shot there by skipper. It went flying into the fence for 6.
Yeah, just a bit too much air there from Richie. Given the mood that Maloney is in after having settled in. He's usually a slow starter, Maloney, a nervous starter, you'd probably even say. But once he's in and starting to strike the ball, and he builds on confidence, and we already saw that shot from him in the previous over. And there he was again, just a bit too much air. He would not let that invitation pass by to go over the top.
And it seems like he has felt the move from Hikers to the Rangers, and he's exhibiting some the array of shots that he has. First delivery from Richards over backward point for 6. Second delivery, this one is a faster one, driven firmly to the man at mid-off. That's Johnson, veteran Dylan Johnson. There's no run, and really we have seen some exceptional shots so far in this innings from these two batters. Lovely shots they have played. It's a lovely day for cricket, and really the weather, you can ask for it better than this, Alanson.
Well, looking at the conditions, and I'll come back to that after this delivery.
So on a short and punch to the man at short extra cover who does the feeling. So just taking the pace over it this time and letting the pitch do it work. And Maloney. This one is just flighted on the legs, slower delivery, turn and picks up another single. So 46 here now for 1 in over number 6. In this, the T20 finals here at Sion Hill National Lotteries Neil Williams T20 finals. This is just a prelude of things to come, really, as this game continues at Sion Hill, as the coconut trees flutter in the back of the playing field. See Asif Hooper just taking charge of his team, marshalling his troops. Walters, who seems to be in very good form, a quicker delivery there. No run.
Yeah, Rich is a different spinner different off spinner than Lewis. Does tend to vary his pace a bit more and give the ball a bit more flight.
Has a lot of experiences as well, Richards. He's at this level. This one is flighted. Just speaking of experience, and he has played that shot to perfection, Walters. Over mid-wicket, into the fence for 6, and the trees are rejoicing on the other side.
He had the length on that occasion, even though whether or not there was some turn on the delivery, we wouldn't know, because he was close enough to the pitch that he was able to go over that mid-wicket region quite comfortably, clearing the boundary by some way, actually. Seems as if he's been in the gym, Kelroy.
But he's a little man. He packs some power as well, but really, he is timing the ball superbly here this afternoon. That shot he came back and punched to cover, the one he played over mid-wicket, and that's another third shot again, and there's not much he's putting into that. He seems to have a very good willow as well.
Yes, well, you know that the bats are very good these days.
Yeah.
See men edge the deliveries for 6.
Indeed.
Not something that would have happened even maybe 20 years ago. But yes, that one
coconut bat.
Another very good shot there from Walters. Brings an end now to the power play. At the end of the power play, the score is now 58 without loss. The police team winning the toss and choosing to bat first. We see a change in bowling now. We'll have the introduction of the pacer, Dylan Johnson, coming into the bowling. There's also Westwick Straw, who is on this 11, but he usually bowls closer to the death.
That's a depth man.
Yeah, so
They've relied on him very heavily to bring the innings to a close. So we would not see him this early unless he's forced to. He's forced to. Just something to mention to us as well. I think for the past 2-3 finals, Police have scored in excess of 200 runs in the finals in this T20 format.
well, at the moment they are on course for something like that. But of course, cricket is a game of glorious uncertainties. We don't know what the next few overs will hold.
Well, let us see as it unfolds, as there's a change in bowling from, we call that the cable and wireless end. Dylan Johnson, the veteran, would he bring a change?
Well, it's the
to
flow end
things?
now.
It's a flow end.
Yeah, cable and wireless. You're aging yourself there, Kilroy.
Indeed.
You move from cable and wireless to Be Mobile, then to Lime, now to Flow. So you're quite a way behind.
Very far behind. I knew it then as that.
Feel here for Dylan Johnson. There's a man on a third man. There's a man at point. Man on the sweeper cover boundary. A mid off, a long on, deep mid wicket, and a man at deep square leg. And of course, the fine leg is in the circle as well. So 5 outside of the circle now allowed. It's the 7th over. The power play has finished. Shortish delivery. Doesn't get any connection as he was looking to pull that one over the mid wicket area.
Well, he went for that one over mid wicket. There's two men lurking there, mid wicket and square leg, and the man at long on. So those three players are there. So you have seen the plan here from Flo and Johnson from his first delivery. Ooh. We spoke about the bounce and pace of this wicket. Oh my word. Look at that Flo. Look at that fly into the keeper's glove.
Yeah, we have some quicker bowlers to bowl later.
Oh my word.
So
I think the police team probably disappointed in not playing Mr. Jordan today.
yeah, they could have had about 5 pacers.
Oh my word. Pace all day. Swan just wide outside the off, something by the umpire. Kept a little bit low as well, Aronson. Went to the keeper's glove. First time you have seen that for the day.
I think he may have taken a bit of pace off that one. Johnson does really mix up his pace often. Does bowl a lot of cutters. He also has that back of the arm slow ball, which he probably will employ later on in the innings.
It's been a while since I've seen ball climbing above the stumps at that height. Again, Johnson seeming to favor that slower delivery that we have in his archive from way back when. And really another wide delivery being bowled by him. Seems to be just trying to bowl it wide outside the half stump.
Yeah, well, could see that Malone is staying on the back foot looking for that pull shot. So he doesn't want to come close to his body because of that. Malone is a strong player of the back foot in particular.
Yes, indeed. Square of the wicket, Maloney, very strong, straight back, hits a ball. This time is a good delivery outside here. Some just nibbles at it into the keeper's glove. So a good over so far by Johnson.
Yeah, he has stemmed the run flow to some extent, and I don't want to speak too early because there's still some deliveries left in the over. But so far he has been able just to bring a semblance of control for his Radcliffe team.
This time he's charging him through the gap at mid-off, into the fence for 4. Malone is saying, I had enough of this. I'm going to take charge. He didn't time it to perfection, but he got it in the gap into the fence for 4.
And the outfield did the rest, as we said before. The outfield is quite quick here. So once it beats the infield, there's really no hope for those from the infield to actually chase it down. And it was just on that length, Johnson, for the over. Maloney, recognizing that, choosing to advance this time to get a bit closer to it, and punching it through extra cover for 4. So on his short, he's pulling it straight to the man at deep mid wicket. Should be only a single. Return comes in now from the field out there. So 1 more to the score.
Have a nice little crowd here at Sion Hill thus far. Looking at this finals. After this over, we'll let you know who the members of the teams are who are playing today. And you will make your assessment in respect of teams, really, and who you're backing. The police team has excellent start so far from these two. One spilled catch by Rashid. How much that would cost them? He continues to pay for that. Because Walters is looking exceptionally good here today.
I think it has already cost them a few runs. Johnson to bowl to Walters. Just to give you the Ratcliffe team. Asif Hooper captain, Dylan Johnson, Darren Graves, Deroy Straw, Neil Lewis, Rashid Fredericks, Richie Richards, Romano Pierre, Kevin James, Alston Bob Jr., Westwick Straw. Johnson is in again. Last one is a lifting delivery, but well played there by Walters.
Well, a short lifting delivery. Well played by Walters. Sneaking a single as well and brings you over to an end. At the end of this over, the score is 66 without loss. And the police 2 team, they won the toss and elected to bat. It is led by Desron Maloney, Rickford Walker, as Shaman Hooper, Dylan Douglas, Ryan Williams, Kenneth Demba, Jahil Walters, Romario Bibi, Darius Martin, Keswick Williams, and Benetton Stapleton. Those are the 11 players for the police team. Extremely strong team on paper here.
Yes, strong team on paper. Of course, it wouldn't mean anything unless they do it on the park. Well, but so far they have turned up.
Yeah, they have turned up thus far. And they're doing the job that they are sent to do here at Sion Hill. As we see a change in bowling and we talk about it, I think Wedwith Shaw has to come into the attack here at Sion Hill, and he's been introduced, looking to get a wicket here for the Flo Ratcliffe team.
Well, the pitch doesn't seem to have a lot in it for the spinners. It's a flat wicket. It's quite true. And we saw a little bit more control from Johnson that over, only going for 8 runs. So it was not a bad over by any means from him. He bowled 2 wides, which probably cost him in the end a bit more. But Straw will be looking to do something similar to mix his pace up against Walters.
We see the introduction of the depth bowler in the middle of the innings. That tells you the story here at Sion Hill between the police team and Flo Ratcliffe here at Sion Hill, as Redrick Shaw is brought in after what, 6 overs? 7th over. Runs past the umpire. This one is a good delivery again as Walters try to advance, really, and Straw with all the guile kept things intact there. Slower delivery, and it bounced as well. It bounced as well. So a good delivery there by Straw.
You have to be careful here, Walters. Don't need to give it away. Straw is a wily type of bowler. Of course, they're on top and would want to continue to press the momentum, but doesn't want to give his wicket away after such a good start.
This one is up. Full of delivery. Smacked out to mid-on. Picks up another single. So some good bowling here by Straw. Keeping things intact. Score moves up now to what, 69 it is? If I remember right. So the field is short, third man, backward point, deep sweeper on the offside. There's actually 2 sweepers on the offside. A long off. There's a deep mid wicket, deep square leg, short fine leg. Nobody inside of the circle except for Asif Hooper and the man at backward point. This one is wrapping him somewhere on the pads. Very uncomfortable place to be struck by a fast bowler. Maloney looking to whack it over mid wicket.
Yes, that's what he would usually look to do, as we said before. He would stay on the back foot and look to the square most of the time. But that one strikes a little bit of a different bowler to Johnson. Johnson is a tall bowler, bangs it in the wicket. Straw, short, more skiddy, not as much pace, not as much bounce. So he has to be careful when trying to hit off that length.
Yes, a good delivery by Straw. Desmond Maloney in some uncomfortable situation, feeling some pain from that delivery as Struck continues here for Flo, trying to pull things back here. This one is in the air. Would he be caught this time? His after it is dropped. Coming in from the square leg boundary, Chang we call him, through the hands of the big man, and another chance go up begging here for Flo Ratcliffe. And really, I think that those are catches you have to take in the finals, Alanson. If you don't take those catches, you would pay for them later on. Two batsmen being given chances thus far.
Yeah, both batsmen getting a chance. That one, I wouldn't say it's as difficult, as easy as the first one, but you still expect him to take it. The wind also taking it back towards the pitch. That's something that could have been factored in, and maybe Struck could have come for that catch. It was always going to go away from Graves with the wind blowing it back towards the pitch.
Yeah, I agree. A difficult catch, but should have been taken here at this level. How you expect those catches to be taken. But two batters been given lives thus far, and they have capitalized as Struck continues to bowl. It's stoppingly in his run-up, as I think the bails were blown off by the wind blowing across this playing field.
And that's again speaks to the wind. That's what I'm speaking about.
Yes.
It's a big factor here when you're playing cricket here at this park, because there are no big stands around, so the wind comes in across the entire Arnisville playing area and just over onto Sion Hill.
This one is smacked to mid-wicket. So sensible bowling here by Struck, keeping it down to 1. Walters goes up to 1 as well, moves up by 1 and continues to bat here for Police. And really, it's such a lovely day for cricket, Alanson. Every era that the wicket is good, the outfield is good, the batters are doing well, and the atmosphere is very, very electric here at Sion Hill playing field. A lovely game on hand between these two teams. This one is in the air, somewhere over backward point. Somebody is looking for that delivery, that ball. It went flying for 6. An excellent shot again here by skipper Maloney for 6 to finish it over.
Yes, that's a good shot, and it's also an intelligent shot based on the conditions. We spoke about the wind. Now, you would say that he didn't time that ball perfectly, but because of the strong wind here, once he got it that high, it was always going to go.
Yeah, it took a flight and it went flying over square leg over backward point into the fence for 6, as we see the coconut trees just dancing in the wind. That tells you the effect of the wind here at Sion Hill. And a lovely finish to that over. It tallies the score now to 75. 75 from 9 overs? 8 overs thus far. And a tremendous start here by the Police team between Walters and skipper Maloney. Big partnership.
Yeah, they're going at just over 8 runs and over. Actually, they're going at over 9 runs and over now. So, a very good start from them. That's, my math serves me correctly, about 9.375 the run rate, 9.38. So they're going quite well. 80 would have been 10 runs and over, so they're not far from that.
So charging down the wicket is Walters, trying to get close to that delivery, but a good delivery by Johnson. Not getting close to him.
Yeah, Johnson using his experience there, slowing the delivery down. He's seeing that from Walters that he wants to charge him. Walters looking to get closer to the pitch, and also maybe he needs momentum coming in on the pitch to generate some more pace on that delivery. Another slow one there from Johnson.
Well, the fast bowlers trying to get those dot deliveries in. Important they are in this format of the game. Dot deliveries. This one is short and bouncing. Gets on top of it and just pulls it to the man at mid-wicket. Hooper is there who does the feeling, and he picks up another single.
Yeah, didn't time that one. It seemed to come out from the toe end of the bat as he was looking to pull it. Wasn't really on the back foot when he was pulling either. So not in really the best position to be in control of the pull shot, but got it into the gap. Was able to complete a single comfortably. Brings Maloney back into strike. There are mirror fields for both quick bowlers. Same field to both batsmen.
This one is somewhere in true mid-wicket. Rashid does the feeling down there. Fumbles a little bit. Seems to be under the pump today, is Rashid. Another single. And the score moves up now to, is it 76? 77? Without loss. Royal St. Vincent again is police force. T20 team led by Desron Maloney. Walters is with him in the wicket. Excellent partnership so far between these two. They are the defending champions police team for like 3-4 tournaments now. As Johnson. This one is a short one. He's in an awkward position, trying to pull it somewhere square leg. Bounce once, twice. And we spoke about the bounce of the wicket. And Walters was in a sort of funny position there, but he got it safely to square leg.
Well, that's the danger with advancing on this pitch, because as we said before, it has some pace, it has some bounce. Johnson might be around in the twilight of his career now, but still fast enough that you have to be on the lookout on a pitch like this, which has some bounce and pace.
Yes, a good one, a good delivery there by Johnson. Having him some tight. As he comes around the wicket this time. Wide delivery, wide signal by the umpire as well, well judged. We really love to see other paces on this wicket. A very good carry into the keeper's glove. There's a third man, a backward point, fine leg, well short fine leg, deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, mid off, short extra cover and a sweeper. This time is outside the off stump, not timing it, and picks up another single. Straw does the feeling and throwed up balls back into Thomas. So Lewis who has the ball in his hands, and the score moves up now to 78 if I'm correct. 78 without loss. We're into over number 9, I think it is. Dylan Johnson, the veteran Dylan Johnson, runs away. This one is short, and he's climbing on top of that one. Into the fence for 4. Long on, long off. No, there's a mid on, there's a mid off. And he punched it over those heads and into the fence for 4. A short delivery, but dealt it accordingly. Good shot there by Walters into the fence to bring the end of the over. And after the end of the over, it's now 84. 84 without loss. After over number, what is it, 11? 9. Over number 9. Been bowled here at Sion Hill playing field.
Yeah, 84 as you mentioned after the 9th over. So still being put under a lot of pressure here, the Ratcliffe team by the police team. Straw bowled a very good last over, and Johnson seemed to be going well in that over until that last delivery. Walters, we saw from him early in the over, he was attempting a similar shot, got it just wide of mid on for a single. This time he was able to make good connection, got it over the long on area for 1 bounce 4.
Well, shot. We're bowling the 10th over of this innings. 84 without loss. This one is pulled with authority. Short delivery from Shaw. And Maloney had no problem in getting that over the mid-wicket fence in the fence for 6. 6 more runs to police, 6 more runs to Maloney.
Yeah, that's the length that he does not want to be bowling, especially to Maloney, because that's a shot he loves. And Straw is not a quick bowler by any means, so he doesn't want to pitch too short. He would be the first one to probably think to himself that he really odd in terms of his length there. He needs to be a bit fuller, but not full enough to be driven back down the ground.
Yes, I do agree with you there, Alanson. He needs to be a little bit fuller. And he have to pick his areas as well. If he goes too close on the off stump, he goes to backward point for 6. He goes too far, he can go over extra cover. If he goes too much on the legs, he could find himself over the fence like he just did. This time, a better delivery. That's what we're talking about. Hit in the length. That's the length we're talking about. And it hit the inner portion of the bat, ran down to the man at fine leg. So good delivery, good comeback. Good comeback. So a good comeback there by Straw. Short, hitting the lens. Maloney not timing it properly this time. And only find the man at fine leg. This time is an excellent delivery. He's bold, is he? He's bold. Excellent delivery, slower delivery. Yorker length. And it beat Maloney. All ends up hitting that stump. And they have picked their first cherry here. The Flo Ratcliffe team. And an excellent delivery from him.
Yes, we did say that about Straw. Usually balls at that, and you saw that he varied his pace. It was a very, very slow ball. And that one really flummoxed the in batsman there, the man who was set and going great guns there, Skipper Maloney. And that's a very important wicket being scalped there by the Ratcliffe team. They'll be able to regroup now, but coming to the wicket is Dylan Douglas, who, by the way, is now in the Windwards team for that new 2020 competition, that new regional T20 competition.
Yes, he's a dangerous customer. He is Douglas, an excellent figure, and he's been named captain for the Hikers team for the VPL to come soon. Remember that. VPL T10 right here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines from the 7th to the 20th, and most of these players would be on exhibition there. I'll see some excellent exhibition of shots being played by Maloney, and excellent bowling here by the Flo Ratcliffe team.
No, how much he made?
So Maloney getting 46. 46, some really lovely shots he played, but an excellent delivery to get rid of him. And Flo Ratcliffe has produced a slower flow delivery to get the wicket of Maloney for 46. Police have lost their first wicket, and excellent comeback by them. They have dropped 2 catches, which has harmed them, really. But getting the wicket now is important as well. But it brings to the crease a man who's very much in form as well, Douglas.
Yeah, it could have been a better story for them if they had held those 2 catches. But as you said, they have a wicket now. What they would want to do is to keep taking them now to try to see if they could reel things back a little bit, because the score looks like it would be in the vicinity of 200.
Well, I've said that before. They have gotten to that total 200 plus on I think it's 2 or 3 occasions in the finals. They have batted themselves into the finals and really batted the other team out of it. And Douglas is on strike for his first delivery. First one is on his legs. And that tells you how well he's batting. Just turns it to the man at long on, who comes in on field. And another a run to the total for the police team. And he's off the mark immediately and bring Walters into strike. Lovely conditions here at Sion Hill. The wind is blowing across here nicely. The sun is out in all its glory. You can't even see any clouds, Alan said. Lovely conditions for cricket. Excellent wicket. Excellent shots being played. Some fantastic time here to be at Sion Hill. If you're not here yet, please get here and come and enjoy some excellent cricket.
Yeah, it's a good spectacle. I think probably maybe because of that international football game on Friday, probably why we're not at Hannesville.
Oh, this is another shot here by Walters. Over mid-wicket again. He has played that shot on several occasions. This is the only time it has fallen short of the boundary. 2 runs to him. So some good running between these two. 2 runs to Walters. That shot has been productive for him today.
Yeah, you'll see a bit more of that quick running between these two. Maloney suffered some injuries leading into the last season, so not as mobile as he was before. But these 2 young men definitely fleet-footed between the wickets. So you'll see a few more couples now. Not a big park by any means. The boundaries are in quite close. And the outfield is also quick, so not much time to get those 2s.
6 hitting game. This time is outside the off stump. He went for the shot over mid-wicket again, into the keeper's glove. A good delivery again by Shaw. And that brings you over to an end after 10 overs. 10 solid overs of cricket here at Sion Hill. After 10 overs, the score is 93 for 1 from 10 overs. 93 for 1 in the first 10. And they have lost 1 wicket, 9 wickets in hand.
Yeah, so they've maintained that 9 runs and over, so run rate 93, so 9.3 runs and over after the 10. And they'll be looking to keep that up and maybe to expand upon that in the death overs because of the start that you had from Maloney and from Walters. has forced them to go to the seamers a little bit all. I think they would have probably wanted them to move more at the depth than the spinners. But because of the pressure the spinners were placed under in the first few overs, they had to go to them. So it may mean that they may be under some more pressure when the depth overs come along.
Yeah.
Because Straw has already bowled 2.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Who would bowl at the depth? Johnson has bowled 2. Straw has bowled 2. You're left with the spinners to bowl to the depth. Would that play out good for them or bad? Who knows? As Asif Hooper comes back. First delivery. Oh my gosh. Sloppy feeling there by the man at long on. That went through his legs really. Into the fence of 4. Not some good feelings there, Graves. Not good feeling there by Graves for a man of his standards.
Yeah, that would be very disappointing, not just to him but to his teammates. Really was just hit straight to him all along the ground. Should have been no more than a single.
This time he's coming back. They're calling for 2 quick runners between the wicket. These 2 young fellas they are, nimble on their feet. Another single, and really that's something you would want to see from players of that standard. Graves ball rushing to the legs for 4. Not what you would want to see, but it has happened. Hopefully he'll pull himself together and get things sorted as Police continues to put on the pressure here, pile it on, as I would say, against the Flo Ratcliffe team here at Sion Hill.
Yeah, but you see those things can happen at times when your team is under the pump, and they have been under the pump from ball 1 here, the Ratcliffe team.
This time he's falling short into the man hands at mid-wicket. That shot has been productive and it has caused him to lose his wicket. Walters goes caught at mid-wicket. That sweep shot off of the bowling of Asif Hooper. Wicket number 2 has fallen and it's a good time to get a wicket.
Yeah, well, they have given him a chance before. Now they finally take it. And I think it has cost them quite a bit of runs because Walters now has been dismissed. Walters has been dismissed for 40 runs, and I think when that catch was dropped, he was less than 10 runs generally.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was, and he has multiplied there, and really a good wicket, good time to get a wicket. 2 new batters at the crease. What would happen here now? Asif Hooper has brought himself back. He has taken a wicket. Johnson has taken a wicket as well. Sorry, Straw has taken a wicket as well. So Police now has to start all over again with 2 new batters in the crease.
Yeah, it was something that they were looking for, and I think with the 2 new batters, they would also now want to introduce some of the spinners. So they may get it their way. They may get it their way now that they have 2 new batters. They would want to continue with some of the spinners, get the overs in, so that then they would have to bring back Johnson and Straw until the 17th over.
Yeah, I agree with you there. They need to pull things back if they have to really give themselves a chance. But the thing is that they have lost the 2 set batters. The 2 set batters for the team, and in a T20 game, you need one of those batters to carry on to at least 80, 90. It has not happened. So they now have to start all over again with 2 new batters and actually get to the score that they would want to. Hoping that Douglas kicks on from here, also with Hooper, who has come into the crease, has joined them.
Yes, Hooper, a good batsman, classical type batsman, Hooper. Very busy at the wicket as well. And you take some time to get in, but can also clear the boundary once he's in.
Yes, he does. So, a single would harm at this time. 2 wickets, 2 crucial wickets. 2 catches been taken so far. Hooper picking up that crucial wicket of Walters, who's batting so nicely. Timed the ball exceptionally well today. A lovely shot through covers. I'm still seeing it. Just a punch. And a run off the face of the outfield into the fence for bisecting the fielders as well and into the fence. A lovely shot that was. But it's Douglas who's taking strike here from Asif Hooper. The ever energetic Asif Hooper.
So when he's cutting it straight to the man at point, no chance of a run. Yeah, as you mentioned, that was the shot of the day so far from young Walters. And punch through cover off the bowling of Hooper.
Well, a good time here for Flo Ratcliffe. Good delivery again outside the off stump. Trouble here, trouble here, trouble here. It would be trouble. And Hooper goes run out. He called for a single. Douglas didn't respond. He went to Douglas' end. Douglas was still there. And he's gone run out. mistake there between these two batters, and this is what I'm talking about. The starting over of the innings in the middle, no one carrying on, and they have lost Hooper through the run-out route. They have now fallen 3 wickets, quick wickets, and this brings another batter to the crease, the number 13 on his back, and really a bad mistake between these two batters.
Yeah, it was a very risky single, looking at it, because really when you look at it, that Johnson just lobbed that ball back to Hooper. So even if they had taken off immediately and he had fired in the throw and he has a very strong arm, still might have been very dangerous for either one of the batsmen. So some miscommunication there leading to that dismissal. Hooper will be very upset having just faced one delivery and gotten off the mark.
Well, that goes in favour of Flo Ratcliffe. They have taken that wicket through the run-out route. Hooper is a very consistent batter, and this is his sort of game, to come in, bail an innings and then accelerate. Unfortunately, he goes run out through miscommunication, as you said, and this brings now Rickford Walker to the crease with Douglas. They have lost 3 wickets. Oh, how the game have changed thus far. Just about 6 or 7 deliveries have turned this game on its head here at Sion Hill. And Flo Ratcliffe just pulling himself back into this game here by those wickets being fallen at a rapid pace. It's now 3 wickets down, and the score is 99 for 3. 11 overs bowled.
Yes, and it seems as if Rashid Frederick will be introduced to the bowling lineup.
Good move. Good move to get him in now. Good move. I think this situation has really opened up this game. The team that plays the next 5 overs properly, I think they would set themselves up very well for a good game here in the finals. Once the Flo team gets 5 or 6 good overs here, probably taking another wicket or 2, I think that they would put themselves in a very good position to chase whatever runs been given to them here in this finals, as Rashid takes over from the airport end. Left arm spinner. Quick delivery. Starts with a dot. We know Walker is not the quickest of starters, so a few deliveries here would help. A few dot deliveries. Walker not again forward. So good bowling here by Rashid. We know Walker is not a quick starter. So this is another issue again for the police team. What they want, Demba would have sent up somebody else, a free-flowing batter. There's Bennington, Stapleton at the back. But it's here now. Another delivery, short one. Pulls it down to really mid-off, feeling by Dylan Johnson. So that's 100 there for the police team. 100 for 3 in this, the 12th over.
So after 11.3, the 100 coming up. So they have slowed things down just a little bit. They were already in the 90s after the 10th, so the last 9 deliveries also, including the wicket, they have brought a bit of control here for the Ratcliffe team. Frederick usually a very consistent bowler, but he'll be very familiar with Douglas as well, his village mate, Byron.
Yes, family. They're sick with your family. But no friends and family here today between these two teams. Another quick delivery by Rashid, keeping things tight. This is the best over so far in a game we have seen from the Flo Radcliffe bowlers. He has bowled 5 deliveries, just a single thus far. So good bowling here by Rashid. Good time to be bowling, Rashid.
What has been key for him so far is the length, and they're going to kick 2 off this delivery. A very good throw, but also very good running. So they're able to complete 2 runs there. But what we are saying is that the length from Rashid has been very good. Hasn't tossed any too full, and he hasn't been short. And that's very key.
Right, and that's just on the money. That's what you want from a very good batting surface. Hitting it right in the right areas, enough pace, no spin on it, and that causes problems. So an excellent over, 3 runs from it. That's the best over we have seen for the game.
Yes, 102 for 3 at the end of the 12th over. Still 8 to go in this innings. I'll wait a little while, Kenway, before I ask you how many you think that the police team will get.
As I mentioned,
you're police, you know,
as I mentioned before, this period of the game, this 5 overs or so to be bowled here, is critical when it comes to that total. Critically important. 2 new batters, a whole different scenario. How would they approach it? It's important for that total to get to that 200 that they normally get to, and they are comfortable with that. But who knows? Johnson will be bowling his final over in this innings. Another wicket. What can you say? A good over. Bring back the pressure. Things could happen. Cricket is a game of glorious uncertainties. As I said, lovely weather. The wind is blowing. Got 2 more. Right, 2 more overs, 12 more deliveries from Johnson. So, Asif Hooper should be happy at this point. Another dot delivery, Alanson.
Yeah, there was always a threat while the opening partnership was going that they could have been batted out of the game. Now they'll be feeling the Ratcliffe team as if they are in with a chance. If they can restrict them to maybe 160, 170, even 180, because the pitch is a very good one.
Yes, it is. It's an excellent pitch for cricket. Bowling, batting, the outfield is excellent. A really good game. Good sight here for cricket. This one is a short delivery. And we see Romario Pierre, who's doing the keeping here for Flo. We know him as an opening batter. He has the gloves doing the work here today. It's a good short delivery from Johnson. Climbing as well into the keeper's glove. He's some distance back. Romario Pierre. You haven't seen that in a while in this cricket, Alonso. I'm so happy to see it. Good wicket, good pace.
As you said, there are some quicker bowlers for the next innings. Yes, so we'll see.
Love to see them on this wicket. Excellent work by the groundsmen here. Again, short lifting delivery. 1 run. Good over so far. Asif Hooper is very happy with this. Keeping things nice and tight. Single can't hurt you here.
Yeah, what you're not going to see from Dillon at all is really anything over pitch. Even if he varies his pace, he's going to keep that length back just a little bit, hoping for the bounce in the pitch to defeat the batsman at some point. So trying to work with what is on offer. We have seen full deliveries really disappear either over mid-wicket or down the ground so far.
Indeed, they have disappeared. This one a good slower delivery again. Another single on offer. As you see the youngster. This comes around and feel. We call him Ike. Alston Bob. Son of Alston Bob. That's the feeling. $104 for 3. This one is up in the air somewhere. Where would it land? Somewhere close to the Flow building. 6 runs to Rickford Walker. He made that dreaded mistake of going too full.
As I said before, that full delivery will be treated severely. Especially by these 2 batsmen. They are strong in the upper body. And they are quite willing and able to go on the front foot.
Yes, just missing his length there's Johnson. And it went flying over mid-off into the fence for 6. 6 good-looking runs here by Walker. It's back to his normal ways. Well. Is that Graves again?
Yes.
He's having a horrid day here at Sion Hill. Misfield again into the fence of 4. He's not having the best time of his life here at Sion Hill.
Well, I think that he'd have to make 100 to get out of the bad books of his teammates. Because,
oh my word!
I think that they'll let him have it after the game. Sure.
I think they're letting him have it even now. Yeah, some really poor feeling here by Graves. Spilling that one again. It goes into the fence of 4. 114 here from 13 overs. 3 wickets have fallen, and really not a good sight to see. Not a good sight to see from Graves. He's really under the pump here today. Not doing well in the field at all.
It was turning out to be a fairly good over in the circumstances for the Ratcliffe team. In spite of that over-pitch delivery that went for 6, it was still a fairly good over from Johnson. But then he'll be extremely disappointed with that misfield from Graves, his close friend.
They're working in tandem. Over number 14 here. We see another change in bowling. It's Neil. Lewis has come back to the bowling. He's bowling from the old E.T. Joshua Airport end. The breeze continued to blow across this playing field, and I have not seen it here so nice when it comes to cricket. The whole atmosphere, the grounds, the wicket, where the cricket is being played is very good to see. Very good to see. Lewis, first delivery, just popping somewhere off the bat. Excellent effort there by the man at slip. That's Asif Hooper. Just couldn't get his hands around it. And another single to Douglas.
Yeah, you see, man, that shot premeditated. Wanted to use the pace of Lewis. Almost was undone.
Quicker delivery by Lewis. He seems to have created or develop another delivery. That fast Yorker-led delivery. He bowls it very well.
Yeah, and with his height, it will be a very difficult delivery to negotiate.
This one is short somewhere in the mid-wicket. Is out. Found the hands of the man, Rackstraw. He doesn't drop much. He's an excellent cricketer. He doesn't drop much. And a fall of another wicket puts police in a little ticklish situation here. And that carries the total now to 115 it is. What's his total? 115 for 4. Rickford Walker comes back to the pavilion, and this carries Bennett and Stapleton.
Yeah, and you look at that delivery, as we spoke about the pace that Lewis is bowling. I think that pull shot really was just defeated by pace.
Yeah.
Wasn't able really to get his full hand through the shot, and wasn't able to get the power that he was looking for, and only found Resu extra at the mid-wicket boundary.
Yeah,
just cramped
range.
him for the room, and the pace just a bit.
Yeah, that free flowing of the hands through the bat kept him close. Couldn't evade the man at mid-wicket. Took an easy catch, sure. Don't drop much, that youngster. Excellent cricketer he is. So wicket number 4 has gone, and they have pulled themselves back into this game nicely.
Yeah, they're back in with a chance. Definitely. 4 wickets down. Stapleton out there now. Their bowlers can bat as well. We'd probably only say that there's one real number 11 there, which is probably Martin.
Darius can swing his will as well, you know.
Of course, when he connect.
Yeah, he can swing his will as well.
But
you have the likes of Demba in the back there. Williams also, if I can remember the team, someone else is missing from that trio. But they still have Douglas at the crease. He have not gotten off to a fly as we normally know he does. But he's at the crease. He could be very destructive to the end. But they have lost the wicket, and that brings Bennett and Stapleton to the crease. Lewis has picked up his first delivery. Outside here, some quick delivery, another dot delivery. Important deliveries these are in this format of the game.
Well, it's now incumbent upon the two at the crease to put some type of partnership together. What they don't want is to erase the start that they got, that 93 for 1 after 10, to really have that come to naught. So they wouldn't want to just collapse in a heap.
Well, you have seen that on several occasions, you know. In finals, it's a finals. But what they have going for them, the police team, is Douglas at the crease. Once they don't lose Douglas in the next 3-4 overs, they could see themselves going past 160, 170 easily. But once they lose this wicket, I think they might just fold up, as you said. Again, he's just turning it nicely. He's playing a pretty smart game as well. He have not played any attacking shots thus far from his innings. Just looking for the singles, the ones and the twos.
Well, should be showing his experience now. Did play in the last Super 50 tournament, so and did get a 90 odd, I think, in one of the games. So just showing now that he's a bit more mature in terms of his play and understanding the situation of the game and what is required of him as a senior batsman now at the wicket.
He's potentially too good a player, really, to be playing this level and not doing well. He's an exceptional cricketer. He has done well T20, it's the longer version. He ought to understand his game now fully, Douglas. And I've seen his adoption, his maturity. He has come a long way over the years we have seen him. He's an exciting player, one for the future, really. Just need to grab the opportunities given to him and make the best of it.
Yes, well, for him, the future is now, so he needs to grab it. The future is now.
Well, here we go. Rashid Fredericks has been switched to the other end. He'll be bowling to Douglas. He's bowling second over. Bowled a pretty tidy over to start proceedings. Another dot delivery.
It's a good line from Rashid. Bowling around that mid and leg, getting a little bit of turn away. So not giving them too much room so far.
Rashid trying around the wicket. Angle is important. Again outside the house, but another dot delivery. Looking to get up into that area. I would not advise him to bowl that ball in that area again.
Well, he did get some turn on that one, so that's what beat the bat.
I would not advise him to do so. It probably may go flying. I think he missed out on that one, Douglas. Rashid got away. Benefit of the doubt to the batter as always. But ball number 3. Stopped in his run. Wasn't comfortable. Dead ball signal by the umpire. Nice cooling breeze blowing across Sion Hill. Another dot delivery. Douglas missing out on that again. So a very good period of play here for Flo Ratcliffe.
Yeah, he has to be careful here with Frederick. I mean, as I said, there's a familiarity between the two of them. I think both of them would be aware of what the other is trying to do. Rashid not wanting to give him any room. And Douglas looking to get on the back foot to anything short and cut or pull.
Rashid. Oh, lovely delivery. Bounce and turn. Douglas pushing at that one. And really a top delivery there by Rashid into the keeper's glove. That is well bowled by him. Excellent delivery.
Yeah, top delivery there from Frederick. Just bouncing, turning away from the bat. Taken there by keeper Pierre behind the wicket.
Oh, slower delivery. Flighted delivery. Beating Douglas into the keeper's glove. Some smart bowling here by Fredericks.
He was way all into that shot, as you saw. You know, already pulling away by the time it got to him. So intelligent bowling there from Frederick.
Some trouble here. Good single scampered by between these two, Stapleton and Douglas. He takes a strike. That's the end of the over. And after the end of the over, it's 118 for 4. 15 overs completed. 15 overs completed. Another 30 deliveries to go. 115. We were looking at 200 runs. 118 now. Just about 5 overs to go. What is your thoughts?
Well, you know what that means, right? That the last 5 overs have only gone for, let me see my math, 25 runs. Because they were 93 for 1 after 10.
Excellent
so
period.
Only 25 runs. So 5 runs and over, and they have taken an additional 4 wickets.
Exactly. So
3 wickets, actually.
A really good period here for Flo Ratcliffe, pulling himself back into the game, taking those crucial wickets. And what has worked against the police team is that none of the batters who got a start really carried on. Douglas has to start over. All the other batters had to start from afresh. No one carried on. And it's important in a T20 game to have somebody to bat through your innings. That momentum is needed.
Definitely, I agree with you. And Douglas is up against his 2 village mates here.
Well, Fredericks and Lois is doing exceptionally well with their reintroduction into the game. Dot deliveries, critically important. Again, another dot delivery. Tight situation here for these two. And another wicket here might put police in a really peculiar position. And that wicket of Douglas.
Well, he's getting a bit frustrated. He's looking to rotate the strike. And on the last few occasions, he has missed out on a couple of deliveries that he thought he could have put away. So
this time it's in the air. Excellent effort there by Rashid running in from mid-wicket. That would have been a beautiful catch there. He got his hands to it, didn't really keep it, and that would have been a nail in the coffins of the police team. But another catch go begging from a big batter.
The delivery before, I said he looked like he's getting a bit frustrated, and there he was going down the wicket quite early. A slower delivery there from Lewis and into his pad. He flicked it off his pad, almost went all the way to Frederick at deep mid wicket.
As they normally say, catches win matches, and those crucial catches are to be taken. No matter the situation, no matter the conditions, you have to take those catches from those dangerous batters. Don't give them an opportunity to bat a second time. But Lewis is with the ball in his hands around the wicket. Son is outside. Bennington trying to get that one to mid-on. Didn't time it well. Another single. So one more to the total. So a good over thus far ball here by Lewis. This is his comeback spell. So these two bowlers have bowled very well for the Flo Ratcliffe team. Pulling things back here. Not being expensive. The loss of 3 wickets within those 5 overs. Setting things up here nicely. Asif Hooper just taking charge of his men. Lewis. This is a try to just reverse sweep that one. Didn't get it. Finding the man at backward point. So another good dot delivery there.
He's looking for those dinky shots, but I think when you're playing against Anthony Lewis, because of the pace he's bowling at, it might be more beneficial for him to go straight down the ground.
I think this is the final delivery. This one is fast. It's somewhere over mid-wicket. He picked that one up out of his legs. A quicker delivery by Lewis, and it went flying over mid-wicket for 6.
Yeah, that's over that wide long on here. And as I said before, going with a straighter bat. The pace that Lewis bowls, if you're not given room to cut, then it's best for you to go down the ground, even if it's off the back foot, because the pace means that there is very little time for you to go across the line. And he has been trying to play those little dinks and sweeps, not profitably, and then just made up his mind, well, then better I go down the ground, and was successful, even though he didn't time that one perfectly.
Well, we know him to be that sort of batter. He takes the bowling on. He goes with what he knows. He plays his shot, the dinky shots, yes, but this is how Douglas normally plays. He hits it to the onside, he hits it to mid-off. That's how he does his thing. So 6 runs to him, 6 runs to the police team, and over number 16 has come to an end.
Yeah, 126 for 3. So 33 runs since the 10th over. 6 overs have been bowled.
Really good spell here by Flo Ratcliffe. Good spell. Bowlers have pulled things back and they have taken the wickets to do so. Bennington looking to do things in his way. I think he could really bowl a few deliveries after Bennington Stapleton here. If I'm the skipper, I would want to bowl a few deliveries after him. Keep him at bay as long as possible. Keep Douglas off the strike. Again, trying to hike it over mid-wicket. 1 run.
Yeah, he's a good striker and hits the ball well, but having just come to the crease, probably want to look at a few more, get his eye in.
He have finished a few games well in the VPL and won them actually. Bennington Stapleton, bowling and batting. But my thoughts here for Rashid is just to give him a single. This time he's going high and hard. Somewhere, will he take the catch? Yes, he does. So something has fallen into the hands of the big man. He has done something right today. He has taken that catch from Douglas, and police have lost wicket number 6 here. And that is the wicket, the big wicket of Douglas. Things has changed here drastically, and this brings Keswick Williams to the crease. Fall of another wicket.
Yeah, very interesting there. I mean, it seemed to have been right there for the shot, and he seemed to have picked it quite well, but just didn't time it well enough to clear Graves at long on.
Well, Graves took the right one, as I should say. He took the right one. He got his big hands up and took that catch from Douglas, and police have lost a very important wicket here, and they have lost momentum. That's the important thing. They have not built on what they started, and they have lost momentum in the innings. And well done to Flo Ratcliffe thus far for pulling things back and taking wickets during the period.
Yeah, they'll be the happy of the two teams at this moment for sure, especially given what the first 10 overs yielded for them. They have put down a few chances, yes, and if they end up losing this game, they will have to look at that as probably the main reason why. Because you would think that on a pitch that is playing so well, any score in 150, 160, you'll probably at least settle for that to chase because of the pitch conditions. It's a lovely pitch, quick outfield, beautiful conditions here at Sion Hill.
It's paradise here for cricket, man. That's how I see it. It's an excellent wicket, wonderful outfield. I'm telling you, it's like paradise here for cricket. Team that plays the best here will win. Rashid, again, holding some tight lines here. It's a single. They would be satisfied with that. The thing about Stapleton is that if the ball is not in his range, he will not hit it over the top. If you bowl the ball back of the length, finds it a little bit difficult to get it away. Maneuvering, that is the issue. So if they're smart enough, bowl a few deliveries here, let them come to you. Maybe you get another wicket.
Frederick has bowled very well. This one is
again
too full.
Look at this, look at this. He's out. Oh! Spilled it. It looked like it was going over the fence. He gave up on it really, but the ball came back and really strong. We know him as an excellent fielder. He misjudged that one. He thought it was gone and he bubbled it, unfortunately. And Akasco begging again. Akasco begging again. And oh, how things have changed here.
I think that catch there was because of the conditions. I said it before. When that 6 went over point of when Maloney was batting, that he was nowhere near the middle of that. But he went very far over point for 6. If he had been on this side and he played the same shot, he would have been caught easily.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
That wind just pulling that one back seemed to be going, but it just blew right back into the hands of Straw.
Well, he actually stand up and looked at it and said, well, it's gone. And then he saw it coming back into him and he made an attempt to get to it, but he was too late and he spilled that one. This one is in there somewhere. It's gone over mid-wicket, mid-on. So the first delivery to Keswick Williams, I've been told that he's been scoring runs in this tournament so far. So his first delivery went flying over mid-on for 6.
Well, I can tell you something, if he makes some runs here, Kenroy, when he comes back into the commentary box, you'll not be able to speak to him for sure.
No, his chest will be broad. His bat is broad as well. So 6 runs to Keswick Williams to bring that over to an end. And after 17 overs, 135 here at Sion Hill. 18 deliveries remaining. 18 deliveries remaining for them to get to 150, 160. Really to be a really challenging total here.
Yeah, they would need to make about 160, I think.
Yeah,
to
I
feel
agree.
like they're about par. But
Yeah.
I think that even that is possibly chaseable because of the conditions.
The conditions are excellent. The conditions here are excellent for cricket. A lovely wicket. The surface is just nice. Fast bowlers comes on, the spinners are getting spin, they're getting some bounce, and the batters could play their shots, which is critically important. And the ball runs off the outfield very quickly. So 160 is there and about. Straw. Swan is wrapping him somewhere on the pads. Straw does the bowling, does the fielding. Waiting for the signal from the umpire. Seems to have some bat on that one, got some bat on that one. So, another run. So 138. 17 deliveries remaining. Keswick Williams have just smacked his first delivery over mid-on for 6 off the bowling of Rashid Fredericks. And he'll be facing his first delivery from Reswick Straw, whom we know as an excellent depth bowler and a man for these sort of conditions.
Look for the slow one.
I agree. Look for your toes. Watch those toes, Keswick. Slower, shorter delivery. A good delivery, says by the umpire. It's a bumper. One of those slow bumpers. One over the shoulder signal by the umpire. I know how he has all these things in his armory. He pulls them out. Good delivery there by Straw.
Yeah, expected that slow bouncer. Really, Keswick was about 3 days early on that shot.
Looking to catch that flight. It's Keswick. Straw. Faster delivery, fuller one. Goes through the defense of Keswick Williams into the gloves of Romario Pierre. 16 deliveries remaining. We're counting the balls here. 138. Police have slumbered here to 138 for 6 after being 99 for 1. After 10 overs, they are now 138 for 6. It's in the air somewhere to mid-on. He won't get that. It goes over the fence. 4 runs to Keswick Williams, 4 runs to the police team. It marches up to now 142. 142 here for 5 in this, the 17th over. So some adjustments here now being done here by Asif Hooper. It's been rather quiet today, Asif. Keswick, I've been told, been scoring runs. He has batted 5 deliveries so far. He has gotten 10.
Seems to favor that mid-wicket area.
Strike rate of 200 thus far. This time he's whipping it sweetly. Sweetly through Bucket Square. That looked like a shot of a man in form and a man of class. 4 runs to Keswick Williams. So he has put down the ball for the bat.
Well, I tell you what, he'll be talking about that shot for some time to come. But it was a good shot. That was on leg stump. Herring there in his line was struck. He was whipping it just behind square on the onside. Fine leg is in the circle, so all that space there, that vacant area. So finding the gap, doing what is required by his team.
Well, 144 it is. If I'm not wrong. Keswick Williams taking it to the bowler, 6 deliveries. He has gotten 14 thus far. Nice cameo by him. Straw being taken to the cleaners here by Williams as he runs away. This one is turned nicely. The big man Graves comes in, picks up and throw over the keeper's into the keeper's glove. That brings you over to an end. So 145, 12 deliveries remaining. 145, 12 deliveries remaining. Keswick Will is on 13, I think, from just about 7 deliveries, and 145 here for 5.
Yeah, Keswick has brought some momentum to the innings. They seem to be stuttering for some time after losing a few quick wickets. But he has gotten the ball to the boundary on a few occasions. And they now seem to be on track to get that 160, 165, which will put them in with a good chance in the game, but definitely still not beyond the range of the chasing team because of the conditions here at Sion Hill today.
And even with that being said, Alanson, the opposition has some very good batters. Romario Pierre, Graves, Asif Hooper, those of the likes, and they could bat. Johnson, who could strike the ball. We have Lewis, who's an excellent striker. We have the big man at the back there. I'm trying to remember his name, but he strikes the ball well as well. They have Ike, the youngster. So they have a very good batting lineup as well. I think 160 is on par for these kind of conditions. But Johnson will be bowling his penalty mate over in this innings. 144 for 5.
You expect this now to be his last over, and then Straw will finish from the other end.
Slower delivery, change of pace. Keswick looking to hit that over mid-wicket, making no contact. Another dot delivery.
He was looking to hit that one, as you mentioned, over the mid-wicket area, or square leg. But I think he was defeated there by lack of pace. That's something that you will see from Johnson in this over. He'll mix his pace up. And let's see how Williams tries to counter that.
This one again is driven to the man, short extra cover. He should have just feel that delivery and just kept it. This is what you call little errors in the game. Singler wasn't on. He threw at the stumps. He didn't need that. Another dot delivery, but he gave one away. One to Keswick Williams, one to Police 146. Really have to be now 99 for 1. They are now 146 for 5 in this the penalty mate over. In this the T20 finals here, the Neil Williams National Lottery SVG Cricket Tournament finals. T20 tournament here been played in St. Vincent and Grenadines at Sion Hill playing field between Flo Ratcliffe and Royal St. Vincent and Grenadines Police Force. Defending champions they are. Flo Ratcliffe looking to dethrone them today. The middle of the police battling, the wheel has fallen off. So they're looking for some momentum at the back end here with Stapleton and Williams. Johnson, oh, that's a quick delivery. That one flew. Hit the deck and flew across. Stapleton was nowhere close to that delivery. The ball was into the keeper's glove before he played that shot.
Just rolling back the clock there, Johnson. That one had a bit of juice on it, a bit of pace. Whistled past his ears. That sound that the ball makes when it passes your ears, Kenroy?
Making that song zzz. It's a good delivery there by Johnson, giving him something to think about. I'm still here. This one, another fast delivery. No contact. The ball was through him into the keeper's glove, and he's bowling with some pep here. It's Johnson. You could imagine the likes of Martin and Williams for the police team bowling on this wicket.
So let's see it shortly.
Yeah, we'll see it.
Just a few minutes away
Exceptional
from that.
youngsters to be bowling, but really some good bowling here by Johnson. Good pace as well into the keeper's glove. Romario Pierre doing that work there for Flo Radcliffe. Some good pace, good lengths. That one has him in a kind of position there, somewhere in the rib area. Short delivery again. Only finds that man at mid-wicket. Straw, who does the feeling, and he gets another single. So 146. The score have moved up to now for 5. Police was really looking for a total of 200 plus with the start that they got it from Skipper and Walters. They had a very good partnership of about 98 or so when they lost the first wicket. And how things have changed for them. Johnson. This one is pitched up. Yarkaland brings you over to an end. And that's the end of the 19th over. 146, 147, 147. Something that we never thought would have happened here today. The middle of the batting wheel has fallen off for the police team. And they are in the final over at 147 for 5.
Yeah, well, the last 9 overs have only brought them 54 runs. So you think of that, that they're really in a bad position. That's exactly, I think, about, let me see, it's about 6 runs and over.
6 runs over.
Yeah, exactly, 6 runs and over. So it has been a tremendous recovery by the Ratcliffe team. Still doesn't mean that they will win this game because runs are runs on the board.
So finals as well.
But they will be happy considering where they were after 10. It's a quick single. Oh, and the throw goes over the top. They have time for 2. And they will get it quite easily in the end.
These are some little errors you don't make at the end of a game. You run a single, you keep the ball into your gloves, you just toss it back. A single can't help you. A single can't hurt you at this time. So Bennett and Stapleton goes back on strike. They got 2 from that. 2 buys really. And 2 important runs.
Well, perhaps it is that they have seen that Bennington isn't striking it as well as Keswick.
Exactly. So they want him back on strike.
Yeah, probably.
I agree. Keswick has a little cameo.
One,
yeah.
Then maybe.
Yeah. Good idea. Again he misses. Good bowling here by Straw. Good delivery outside the off stump.
I think he's looking to go just a bit too square with those deliveries. When he completes the shot, he's almost looking back at the keeper. So he's looking to hit them through square leg, as opposed to going down the ground with them.
Yeah, straight back over mid-off, covers. Look to get Keswick on strike. Score on every delivery. He's trying to hit it through mid-wicket from a ball that is way outside the off stump. So good sensible bowling here by Straw. This has been an exceptional comeback here by Flo Ratcliffe. Exceptional comeback. Straw. Again, that delivery outside the off stump. That's what I'm talking about by Pierre. Run up to the stump with the ball. Excellent bowling here by Shaw. 3 dot deliveries. 3 to go, 147 for 5. 149 for 5. So 3 deliveries remaining. He has bowled 3 dot deliveries in this the final over. Royal St. Vincent against Police Force won the toss and elected to bat. Had an excellent start to the innings. Anticlimax it is. This one is outside here of some shorter delivery. A goes of 4. He found the gap finally into the fence for 4. Somewhere through backward point and cover. It found the gap and into the fence for 4.
Yeah, peel off his bat, and it's a good result for Stapleton and for the Police 2 team. Brings up the 150. They're now 153 for 5 in the final over.
2 deliveries remaining. He got that's a fortunate bungie for him here, but he got it. Runs on the board is runs on the board. 2 deliveries remaining. Straw, penalty mate. This one is smacked down to mid-on. Johnson does the feeling, and Keswick Williams have the last delivery for this innings. 154 for 5. Final delivery.
Can he get it up to 160? With a blow?
One blow. Could he get to that magical figure for 160? Can he do that? He's had a good inning so far, a lovely cameo. Can he finish on a high? Who knows? Straw will be bowling to Williams. Final delivery of this innings, the first half to be completed. He runs away. And he whips it somewhere through mid-wicket, finds Rashid. They're looking for 2. Good throw straight back over the keepers, over the stump to Rashid. That brings the innings to an end. And at the end of 20 overs, 155. 155 for 5. Really a good comeback here by Flo Ratcliffe in this T20 finals here at Sion Hill. They were looking down at a total of 100 of 200 and so, and really a good comeback in the middle by Asif Hooper and his men. And just to let you know, there are 2 good scores so far. Maloney, he got 46. Maloney, he got 46. Walters, he got 40. And from there on in, somebody got 18. That was Douglas, he got 18. No one else troubled the scorer. Keswick at the end, he got 18 not out. And at the end of 20 overs, 155 for 5 here at Sion Hill. We will take a break as we bring you the final innings, the last innings of this T20 tournament finals between Flo Ratcliffe and Police team. We will take a break here and we'll return.
Back to the Sion Hill playing field where we have the finals of the National Lotteries Authority Neil Williams T20 competition. The Flo Ratcliffe team taking on the Police 2 team. And this is Alan Cruikshank here with me. And commentary is Kenroy Martin. Good afternoon to you, Kenroy.
Good afternoon to you, Alan, and welcome back to Sion Hill playing field. Now we have a game on hand, I should say. Very interesting game. Police had an excellent start, and really the wheel fell off for the Police team in the middle. There's some excellent bowling, good comeback by the Flo Ratcliffe team, and they really give themselves an opportunity to go and make this runs which was set by the Police team, 156 really.
Yeah, after being 93 for 1, they were dismissed. Well, they only got to 155 for 5 off their allotted 20 overs. We saw 46 from Skipper Maloney, 40 from Walters, and an excellent spell from Rashid Frederick. 3 overs, 1 for 12.
In the middle.
Really tied things down a bit. So now the Ratcliffe team, they need 156 runs to win. That's the target. And they need it at 7.8 runs per over. Opening for them, we have Asif Hooper. Yes.
Romario pair.
And Romano pair. And it will be Romario Bibi opening the bowling for Police 2.
The thing with Romario Bibi, he has been a consistent wicket taker. He gets wickets in his spell, which is very important. And getting wickets early here for the Police team would set them up nicely. If they don't get early wickets, I think they might find themselves in some issues later on during this game. They need to get batters who could finish a game and carry their hands right through the innings. First delivery being pulled to backward square for 4. Pierre signals his intentions very early.
Yeah, that's a good shot there from Pierre. And as I said before, the wicket is good. Very true. Even pace. And the outfield is fast. So, as I said before, the runs on the board, all of their runs on the board, and it's a final, and they would apply some pressure. It is by no means out of the reach of the Radcliffe team. You mentioned that they have a good top order in particular, but a good batting lineup. And the outfield is quick. The conditions are there for them to make the runs if they apply themselves.
Yeah, they just need somebody to bat through the innings and really pace themselves and get to that target. With Mario Pierre, good delivery, good comeback. Nowhere close to Dylan Jansu's sort of pace and so on. He's what we played for the Rangers. What was the Rangers as well? I think it was
Rangers,
the
and before that,
Rangers.
the Hikers.
I was the Hikers. He got wicket consistently. He's not a tearaway fast bowler, but he gets wickets. Let's turn it at 1-2 square leg. Picks up another single with Mario Pierre. So Flo Ratcliffe off and running. 5 without loss. 3 deliveries been faced by Pierre. And to get to 156, somebody has to bat through the innings. One of these batters between Asif Hooper and Romario Pierre. That is my assessment of this game. This one is just on the leg stump. Good feeling by the man there at fine leg who does the feeling. Restricts them to 1. So Asif Hooper is off the mark. So good start so far. Interesting game on hand here. Marabiru around the wicket. This one is on the leg stump. Still for the appeal somewhat. Another leg by. But that's not a fair comment. Hikers are tapping.
On paper? Yeah. Compared to your team them? No. You want your team on paper? Yes, boy.
So Bibi with his final delivery. This one is short. He would be out. Keeper is under it. Douglas takes a catch. Short delivery, as I said. BB is known for taking wickets. Asif Hooper went into the shot too early. Top edge and an easy catch taken by Douglas. And Flo Ratcliffe have lost their first wicket. That of the skipper, Asif Hooper. Soft dismissal, that is.
Yeah, they will be very happy with that wicket. Elated, actually. And that will put maybe the cat among the pigeons for... and that will put maybe the cat among the pigeons for the Ratcliffe team. Although he will be replaced now by Graves, who is solid batsman in the local arena. Has played some stints as well in the leagues in England.
Yeah, he's a dangerous customer. Graves, once he gets in, he takes some time to get in, but once he gets in, he creates an impact with his bat.
I think the conditions as well, Kenroy, may favour him with a bit of pace that's on the wicket as well.
Yes. He likes the ball coming onto his bat. He loves the fast bowlers. And hopefully for Ratcliffe, he does well here with Pierre. Both of them played in the VPL for the Arcview Explorers. They were very exceptional during my tenure as coach.
I guess that you want to say that it's because of you. You want to take some credit.
Well, they did well under my coach. You know what I mean? Pierre got the most runs that year. Graves got the highest individual score that year, and they played very well. Exceptional innings from those two, and they batted very well in the middle as well. Pierre carried his bat, and Graves bowled an exceptional line and length and came in and scored runs for the Arcview Explorers.
Well, that chemistry would have to work for them this afternoon.
Well, both of them are there.
They have played many times together over the years.
It's knowing their role and their functions, really. When the opportunity presents itself, make the best use of it. They have done that, and they have learned that over the years. Emmanuel Pierre, he's somebody who could bat through your innings and really excite you at the end as well. So he needs to do that for Flo Ratcliffe. But it's Rayan Williams, with the first delivery. It's a wide delivery outside the off stump. So he doesn't start in the way that he would like. Starts with a wide. Pierre had no trouble in leaving that alone.
Yeah, that one was just outside the off stump. Probably looking to bowl that fourth or fifth stump line. Just a bit too wide. He will have the wind that is blowing across the left hander from leg stump to off stump. So he has to be careful that he doesn't start too wide outside the off stump, because he would take it even further away.
Yes, that wind factor. This one is outside the off stump. Pierre looking to stand up and punch it. Finds a man at mid-wicket, the number 20, who's at Demba, I think that is. So, nice cooling breeze blowing across the ground. 156 to get. Ratcliffe have lost wicket number 1, that of the skipper Asif Hooper. Pretty early, soft dismissal, went to pull that delivery and only found the keeper Douglas in his way. This one is outside the off stump. There's a appeal but wide signal by the umpire. So Williams bowling with some pep as well, but just losing line and length and direction.
Yeah, that one just too wide outside the off stump, as you mentioned. Williams is a part of that team that you had coached as well.
Very well. Exactly.
So, two will be familiar with each other. The batting pair and the bowler.
Yeah, actually got the most wicket that year. Williams had an exceptional year. Actually, those 3 players had an exceptional year for the Arcview Explorers. Rayan Williams. So on his outside the off stump, punch through covers. It is running off the face of the field. Nobody could catch that. Goes into the fence for 4. First boundary here. Second boundary here for Mario Pierre. Good looking shot.
Yeah, as we said before, this pair would like the conditions as well. Not one who really slugs at the bowling, time of the ball, and the outfield is quick. There's enough pace in the wicket as well that he will be able to stand and play his shots without having to exert too much effort. And there he was, just outside the off stump, that delivery, and just punching it off the back foot. Didn't appear to time it perfectly, but once it beats the infield, there's really no retrieval here.
Well, something to look forward to for Pierre. Playing the ball in the gaps, picking up the singles. Again, he's playing it back to the man at backward point. He had timed that one nicely.
Yes, that one was a better shot. Just mean the placement wasn't as good as the first one.
Left or right of that field, I would have gone to the fence for 4. But a very good shot there by Pierre, only finding the fielder in the way. Really good conditions here as we speak about it from time on to time on. Really lovely to see. Williams, tall figure. Oh, that's a wide delivery outside the off stump. Had some pace on it as it normally is, but could take there by Douglas, who's had the gloves, but wide signal by the umpire.
Yeah, that one tempted Pierre into the cut shot just for a little while. It's a shot that he likes, but in the end, he had judged the line to be quite wide, leaving it outside the off stump. Slight change in the field. Keswick Williams going to the third man area and the fine leg coming up inside the circle. Bibi, that man from fine leg coming into the circle. Hasn't really owed on the leg side, so they're probably just giving him more protection on the off. And as you said that, he goes well on the leg stump. So,
oh my word.
Those things can happen sometimes.
Well, we call it. It happens. Something that goes with the commentators. I would not use the word that they normally would use. But just assessing things as we see it. Then it happens. So there's a slip. There's a third man. Square cover. Short extra cover. Mid off, mid on. Square leg. And fine leg is in the circle, 20-yard circle. Hooper is at square leg. Oh, he's hit it on one. Down third man, over the fence. 6 runs, forced delivery to Graves. The pace of that delivery took it flying over third man into the fence for 6. 6 good-looking runs there. Nobody had a chance of putting a hand to that one. Into the fence for 6 off the bat of Graves. Fine shot.
Yeah, that one, as we said before, we have been speaking about the bounce and the pace on this wicket. And this one, he was looking to cut it. Didn't get that high off the ground, the cut shot, but it went easily over the head of Williams and a third man. You would have thought at some point, as he was looking at it, that he was in with a chance of taking a catch, but sailed over his head.
Well, Graves signal his intentions very early. I'm going to go after those deliveries once the ball is short. It's Williams. This one is pitched up a little back of the length, and Graves is fully behind that one. Plays it back to the bowler. That brings you over to an end. After 2 overs, it's 21 for 1. Looking for a target of 156 here is Flo Ratcliffe. They have lost the wicket of Asif Hooper pretty early in the first over, but Graves and Pierre are there doing battle for them.
Yes, and even though they have lost the wicket of Hooper, which is a massive wicket in this game, I think they'll still be pleased with the rate at which they are scoring. I think if they end the power play in a similar way where the police was, knowing the target that they have to make, I think that they would be in a very good position.
Well, 21 for 1, 2 overs bowled. Bibi, the man with the golden arm for the police team. He has gotten close to 20 wickets so far. This one is pitched up and driven to the man at backward point. Williams, Keswick Williams does the feeling there. Seems to be a rather busy man today in this game. Ball can't seem to avoid him. Keswick with Mario Bibi.
These things tend to happen to you when you make runs. I need to tell you that.
Follows you. Busy lad, eh? Bibi. So on a short, easy shot. Whipped through mid-wicket. Slow, short, and dealt with accordingly by Pierre.
Yeah. Bibi not having the pace to really go short into the wicket, and that one was just too short. A very easy pace. Pierre seemed to be on the back foot for about 5 minutes before he played that shot. And so, easy shot over square leg for him. Looking quite comfortable at the wicket so far as Romano Pierre.
I'm telling you, easy shot. Just pivoted on his back foot and pulled it through square leg with ease as possible. Bibi with not enough pace to trouble Pierre, and it flew over the fence for 6. What a shot that was. Easy pickings, easy pickings. Pair settles down as Romario Bibi runs into him again. This one is outside the off stump. Wide signal by the umpire. So a good start here for Flo Ratcliffe. Even losing the wicket of their skipper, Asif Hooper, they are scoring at a pretty good rate. Says Romario Pierre. You have, I haven't seen Desmond Maloney on the field. Not too sure where he is. This one is punch. He's out caught, is he?
Yes.
He's out caught at backward point by Keswick Williams. Seems to be a slow delivery. Romario Bibi, the man with the golden arm, has taken 2 wickets so far. Caught at backward point. So, Flo Ratcliffe have lost wicket number 2. That of Romario Pierre. And he strolls back slowly into the pavilion. 2 wickets down here. 2 wickets taken by Romario Pierre. Brings the youngster Ike into the crease.
Yeah, they'll be very disappointed with that wicket, the Ratcliffe team. Pierre seemed to be settling into the wicket quite nicely. But he was troubled with that fuller length when he went to drive all the end over, peel off the edge and went to Keswick, but on the ground. This time, came off the edge again, but looped to him. Very easy catch for him. And so, making some good inroads into the top order of the Ratcliffe team and the police team.
Well, Romario Pierre continues to take wicket for the police team. Romario Bibi. I think he has gotten close to 20 wickets so far in this tournament. These two. He has always been the man with the golden arm for the police team. And he has taken 2 critical wickets here. Crucial wickets at crucial times here for the police team. And that of Romario Pierre and that of Asif Hooper. The 2 most senior batters in this team. He has taken it so far. So police are getting an excellent start here in the power play. 2 wickets for Romario Bibi. He's into his second over. So that brings the youngs, as I said, Ike, Alston Bob to the crease, facing up to Pierre. This one is outside the off stump, hitting the edge. The man at slip, I think that's Maloney. Is it Maloney? Diving to his left and making an excellent stop. So no run. So BB still continue to be a thorn into the side of this Ratcliffe team, picking up 2 quick wickets and looking for a third is Romario Bibi. So outside the off stump, and he just tucks it down to backward point. Bibi continues to bowl well. Just outside the off stump, there's a slip for backward point. There's also a gully. Short extra cover in Hooper. Square leg back on the fence, mid on, mid off, and mid wicket. That's the feel you have there, and also a fine leg. Romario Bibi around the wicket. This one is outside the off stump because driving sweetly through backward point. Will he get there? Get to the fence? Yes, it does. Outside the off stump. Timed it to perfection. Runs across the row for 4. Alston Bob gets off the mark. 4 runs to him. 4 runs to Flo Ratcliffe. And the end of the Romario Bibi. And a successful over for him as well. And a good start for the youngster Bob. So, after 3 overs, it's 32 for 2 here after 3 overs. They are scoring runs, they have lost wicket.
I think the wickets will be the important thing for them going forward. Not necessarily run rate. The run rate is not too challenging. But definitely if they continue to lose wickets, especially if they leave the power play having lost more than about 3 wickets or so, then it will be very difficult for them coming back from that. But they do have a strong lower order. They do have Straw, they do have Johnson, Anthony Lewis. You know, they can hit the ball a long way, all of them.
Yes, and they have the likes of Police. You have still the Connect Demba to come. You have Benetton Stapleton, fast bowler. Keswick Williams, Hooper, who does an off spin as well. So, it's Martin takes up the attack. Darius Martin, first delivery into the pitch. And the big man trying to walk it over mid-wicket, only finds Martin in the way. And there's no run really. So, good start here for Martin. Into the pitch.
Yeah, he wouldn't want to give too much room to Graves. He strives on that room, will go over the offside. And with the pace of Martin, we have already seen here that the ball flies. It will go over the rope, most likely.
Yeah, once the ball passes in field, it hits the bat, it's gone to the boundary for 4. If it hits it in the middle, it carries over the fence for 6. Legs like that. Just like that. Once the ball passes in field, it goes past the fielders, it runs away into the fence for 4. Just like that. Losing his length here is Martin. 2 full and dealt with accordingly by Graves.
It's a rivalry here in the stand. Some supporters from Park Hill.
Yeah. Supporters of Flo Ratcliffe.
And of Darius Martin.
Yeah, the mother of Darius Martin. This one is short. Chang not getting into position really. Rushed onto him as the mother gives him some encouragement. Not being short. Bowl it in the right areas. Chang is a dangerous batter. He has to be careful.
He didn't time that one at all. It was on to him quickly, but he was in position early as well, but just didn't really get that momentum into the shot.
Yeah, dangerous batter he is. Played some fine innings at VPL. Played some cricket in England as well. League cricket. So he knows what is required of him here for his team, Flo Ratcliffe, to get to that total of 156. He needs to bat as long as possible and score as much runs as possible. Darius Martin chips and runs away. This one is another good length delivery. Oh, misfield there by Hooper mid-wicket. Not something we see too very often from him, but it has occurred. So he takes advantage of that and takes a single and brings the youngster Bob on to strike against Darius Martin.
Yeah, I've seen some fielding errors from some exceptional fielders today. Seen some errors from Hooper and some from Frederick. You say 2 of the better fielders that you have around.
Well, I think it's probably the lack of cricket, really. They have not been playing a lot of cricket these days, the senior players. They have been playing off and on, so that would take away from their cricket as well. So, probably just a little bit rusty in certain areas. But it's Darius Martin will be bowling to Alston Bob, the youngster.
Yes, both from Park Hill. Would know each other quite well. Alston Bob Jr. probably just about 15 or 16 years old, there or thereabouts. He's looking to drive that one, but beaten outside the off stump. He did get one of the drives to the boundary earlier, but if you're looking at what his position was there in terms of his body position, he's looking to drive but not really leaning into the shot. Probably worried about that short one from Darius.
Still a little bit timid to get on that front foot is Alston Bob. knowing the pace of Darius Martin, really. He's probably thinking about it. But cricket is cricket. This is big man's cricket. You have to come to the fore. You have to play each ball on its merit. So he would be advised to get that front foot out and get towards the pitch of that delivery. So it's Darius Martin who will bowl into Alston Bob. Second delivery. Again outside the off stump, just swiveling his bat at that one. Goes into the keeper's glove. Probably happy it has come to the end of the over. So after over number 4, it's so 4 overs have been completed. 37 for 2. Flo Ratcliffe in reply to Police 155. They are 37 for 2 from 4 overs. Not a bad start, but they have lost 2 wickets in the process.
Yeah, just going at just about 9 runs and over. 9.25 runs and over after the first 4. We'll see an early introduction of Kenneth Demba. He'll be bowling to Graves. Still in the power play, so the man out is the man at long on. And there's also a man at deep mid wicket.
Interesting times here. Demba, one of the better bowlers at this level. Had a pretty good first class game. Picking up 5 wickets, got in a half century as well. So he's coming here with a lot of form, with ball and with bat. First delivery is driven powerfully back. Just touching his hands, really. Ricocheting to the man at mid-off. This time he's hitting it straight down to the man at mid-wicket. I think that's Walters who does the feeling. Picks up a single.
He hit that one very well, but it was just straight to the man. I mean, it got down to him in a very quick time.
Indeed.
Just wanted to find a gap there to get a boundary. This should be interesting now. The youngster, Alston Bob Jr., facing up to the first class spinner. Off spinner as well, left-handed batsman.
He's out caught. Looking to go over the top at mid-off. Alston Bob goes. Perish trying to go over the top. Finds the hands of Darius Martin, I think it is. And they have lost wicket number 3 here. Flo Ratcliffe. That of Alston Bob. Soft dismissal.
Well, the ball was actually there for the shot. But I think he just had a power failure. Not the strongest of lads, the youngster. Really, you know, just a little bit more power. He got it over, gotten it over mid-off for an easy boundary. It was actually quite a surprise to see such a full delivery. But probably not intimidated by the strength of the youngster and just saying, well, even if he goes over the top, well done to him. But I'll probably get him caught in the infield, and so it was. As Richie Richards comes out to the wicket to replace him.
Yeah, I call Richie Richards a senior statesman. He has been around for a pretty long time, replacing Alston Bob, the youngster who goes for 4, I think he got. And he will be partnering with the big man Chang. Both of them need now to put up at least a partnership. That is something lacking in this innings thus far. They need a partnership in over number 5. They have lost 3 wickets and they're chasing the 8 ball. Even though the run rate is pretty good, they have lost 3 wickets in the process.
Yeah, and I actually don't think they need to go as hard as they're trying to go right now, given the wickets that they have lost. If they had lost 1 or they hadn't lost a wicket, then they could have put all pedal to the metal, as they would say, considering that they're in the power play. But having lost 3 wickets now, and even 2 before, really should just be trying to play risk-free cricket. Yes, positive cricket, but risk-free cricket. The required run rate is not exorbitant. So, just keep some wickets in hand for the back end.
Yeah, and you use the right word, risk. You don't need to take all that risk when you're scoring that well. Just occupy the crease, play each ball on its merit, and just assess the game in accordance to what is happening. You need singles, you get hit the bad deliveries, you run between the wicket, change the game somewhat. You need to change the momentum. They just need to do that now. They need a partnership, but Kenneth Demba would have different things to say. He has picked up his first wicket. It is something I've seen over a period of time with the cricket, is that everybody seems like they need to come and blast the ball over the boundary, play shots, to get to your target. You just need to play each ball on its merit, assess the game, and play in accordance to what is happening. So, just looking at it, these two need to put a partnership together here to give them a chance. As Richards is just behind of that. Let's get behind of that. A quicker delivery from Demba. And a good bowling here by Demba so far, keeping things tight to Richards. Richards forward in the approved manner. That brings over number 5 to an end. So after 5 overs, they have lost 3 wickets. They're just about 37 for 3. 1 more over for the power play. So excellent over for Police here. Excellent power play being played by them as well. 3 wickets in the old interim.
Yeah, looking at the score, I mean, it's 1 run, I think, from that over and a wicket. So that will be just what the doctor ordered for the Police 2 team. Demba showing his class as a first-class spinner. Has done quite well in the last couple of seasons also, getting some 5-wicket hauls. He brought up his maiden first-class half-century this season as well, so far.
Yeah. Kudos to him, congrats to him. So that tells you he's no mug with the bat. His main task is to bowl, but when you have players of that caliber, he could be happy as a coach to know that he comes down to your lower order and he can give you that sort of assistance with the bat.
Yeah, that's something we have seen from the last few years from the Windward Islands. Saw as well that John made 100 this year. Could have probably done so sometime before.
Yeah, his ability.
Yeah, they can bat. As Graves face up to Martin.
Still looking for that big shot is Chang. I think he just needs to play the ball on his merit. Hit the ball straight mid-on, mid-off. The ball mid-on is up, mid-off is up. Your best bet is straight back.
Yeah,
to
you
a
should go
fast
straight
bowler.
down the ground, of course. Yes.
The horizontal shot is not needed. You need to assess and do
He
the
has
right
the ability
things.
as well. It's not the shot is outside of his scope.
And that's his strong area. Down the ground. This one is hitting the edge. Douglas not taken cleanly. It's by signal by the umpire. Didn't touch the bat as the umpire, as we thought here. Thought it was an opportunity. But nothing from the bat, says the umpire. So a bye, but not taken cleanly by Douglas. That one had some pace and bounce on it as well.
Bending his back on that occasion was Martin. Getting that one to lift off the pitch. As we said, the pitch has some good bounce, some good pace. But as Graves saw that one just going around the off stump at head shoulder height, he tried to ramp it over the keeper but missed it.
This time taken by the wicket keeper. Richie Richards goes. Short lifting delivery by Martin, hitting the outer portion of the bat into the keeper's glove. And wicket number 4 goes from an excellent delivery from Martin.
Top delivery there from Martin. I think he would be pleased with that type of delivery during the first class season. But that one was just around off stump. And you expect a delivery like that to get Richie Richards. He's not one who will give his wicket away. But that one really got the better of him. Just leaving him and going to the keeper off the edge.
Yeah, excellent delivery by Martin. Hitting the right areas, getting the bounce, getting the pace, and hitting the bat edge of Richie Richards, who's a stubborn customer. He goes back to the pavilion, and really an excellent power play here for the Police team. 4 wickets in the power play.
Yeah, the wickets really are doing the job. when you consider the number of wickets that have already fallen, I think that if things continue like this, it will be almost an irretrievable position for the Radcliffe team. Having lost 4 wickets in the power play at this point so far, they really need to mount a strong recovery. These two at the wicket, Lewis and Graves, they need to bat for another 5 or 10 overs at least in order to keep themselves in the game.
Yeah, a partnership is needed between two players. Lewis, we know him as a fair striker of the ball also, and Chang, we know him as a fair striker of the ball, but could play a decent innings. So they need to make up their mind as to how they want to approach this target, what they want to do. If they don't do it now, I think that they would find themselves collapsing hard after losing 4 wickets. They need a partnership here to give the police team any challenge of that total of 156.
So a slight change in the field for the police team. Douglas has given the gloves over to Walters. Douglas now in the outfield, actually fielding at point, backward point, so he's in the circle. As Martin comes in, aborts his delivery. Imposing figure of Neil Lewis, as they call him, Geese.
That name reflects the banana boat.
Tall lad.
Yeah, a huge ship that is. Comes into the port, Kingstown, and actually probably the only thing you would see in Kingston when it's there. The Geese boat. Towering figure he is. It's Martin. Short delivery. Just wraps him on his pad somewhere on his stifle there. Stifled appeal. Really. So some good cricket being played here by police. The fast bowlers have done well. Romario Bibi starting excellently, picking up 2 wickets in his spell. Now Darius Martin and also Kenneth Demba, who has gotten a wicket apiece. So some quiet times here at Sion Hill for the Flow team. Hoping for something to happen between these two. Good short delivery again. Just turns that one down to fine leg. Is Lewis. That brings Graves into strike. Played that lofted shot over Toadman for his first delivery. Haven't seen much other than that to strike in that one over mid-on for 4 as well. You have not seen much from him since then.
Yeah, he's one of those type of players who tends to be calm at certain points in his innings, and then he has moments of quick scoring. So it's something even at this stage of his career that he can improve on, which is to keep the scoreboard ticking over at all the points during his innings.
So he basically plays in patches.
Yes, he has ebbs and flows. Which, of course, you expect that there should be ebbs and flows, but then sometimes the flows are very, well, you'd say that the ebbs are very slow.
yeah. With not much flows. So Flo Ratcliffe need to get something flowing here, need a partnership between these two. They have not done so in this innings, and they have really succumbed to the bowling of police. This one is in the air somewhere. It's bouncing into the fence. 1, 2, 3 bounce. Romario Bibi tried to get around into the fence for 4. Wasn't in control, but it's into the fence for 4 here. 4 runs to him, 4 runs to Ratcliffe.
It took very long to make that move towards that delivery, baby. That most obviously didn't pick up where it was. It wasn't there for a long time. Don't know if he would have gotten the opportunity to make it into a catch, but definitely should have cut off the boundary.
Well, that's how it goes. Romario Bibi, not the fittest of fittest, not the smallest of smallest, but 4 runs to Ratcliffe. The welcome 4 runs, that is. He wasn't in control, but he went over the ropes. Fortune favor the brave. So 44 for 4. 44 for 4 here. And that brings the power play to an end. 6 overs been bowled. They are 44 for 4. Looking for a total of 156. Still in sort of 100. And 106. 156. They are now searching. 144 for 4. Yeah.
111.
111.
112. Yeah, 112.
111, 112 to get from this next 14 overs.
It's well within the scope. I mean, 112 from 14. They're going at now 7.33 per over. It's something that they can get. The problem for them is that they have already lost 4 wickets in the first 6 overs.
Interesting period between these two teams. 44 for 4. This is the finals of the St. Vincent and Grenadines Cricket Association T20 tournament being played here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Right here at the Sion Hill playing field. Excellent conditions for cricket. Really lovely wicket to see. Good fast bowling, good spinners, lovely outfield. Just need to play accordingly. So good tight bowling here by Demba. And over number 7.
I think Demba's spell will be key and crucial. If he could pick up a few more wickets, then he will be very effective in terms of the outcome of this game.
This one again seems to...
Yeah, it is likely that he wouldn't go for many runs based on how he's bowling.
I think Lewis is just trying to bat him out, really, and give himself an opportunity to take charge of another innings. He's just taking no risk. This one is on the leg stump, and it runs down to the fence for 4. 4 wides down to the fence. So 1 extra run, so that goes up to 5. So that makes the score now 49.
Yes.
49. 5 extra runs been given away by Kenneth Demba. Lewis seems not to want to take a risk against him either.
Well, that might be wise because he's a key bowler. He might think to himself, I could get some runs against everybody else. Considering that we have 4 down, might not be the bad ploy.
Again, quick delivery down the leg side. White signal by umpire. That's Bilinji, it is. Yes, it is. An old man from Beckway who's standing in his finals. A loud appeal. I think he has played himself into trouble. I think Lewis has played himself into trouble, trying to be too safe, missing that ball straight on the stumps, and umpire Bilinji had no issues in putting up the dreaded finger. Lewis is not happy, and I know the fans of Flo Ratcliffe aren't happy either. They have lost wicket number 5.
Yeah, we are very far away from the action, but he seemed to be indicating that he may have gotten some part of the willow on that. At least that's what he's indicating. We will never know. We have to go with what the umpire says. Interestingly, that Rashid Fredericks is coming now so early in the innings, ahead of Straw and Johnson and so on. Even though they are hitters, they are still more accomplished batsmen.
Well, I'm thinking that they are looking at the game. They have lost 5 wickets. They need to bat a few overs in the middle and get some runs. But do you need to send Rashid or you need to send your batters? You don't have enough time. Do you have enough time to do that?
I would go with the more accomplished batsmen. Just tell them what they have to do. If they don't do it well, then you can't blame anybody else. But knowing Rashid and the way he bats, it's unlikely that he will be scoring too quickly. Even though he might be able to keep the bowlers out, it will put a lot of pressure on Graves at the other end to score. So I think that they are probably doing the wrong thing now and what they should have done. If they wanted that role to be played, then Otney should not have played that role, because you saw him get himself into trouble trying to play the role that they're probably sending out Rashid to do now.
Yes.
Right. So tactically, probably a questionable move. Just let Otney play his natural game.
Yeah.
Tell him get himself in, and then play his natural game. You have to chase the runs to win.
Exactly.
You can't draw the game.
You got to get to 156.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter when you get there, how you get there, but getting to that total is important. But you have to have persons to execute. So, it is 49 for 5. Kenneth Demba has just taken the wicket of Lewis, and that brings Rashid Fredericks. You have not seen him bat this high in any order, but he's there batting for Ratcliffe. Flo Ratcliffe here. So, Rashid for his delivery, long forward, pushing that 1-2 covers. So that brings over number 7 to an end, bowled by Kenneth Demba. So that brings you over to an end, 50 for 5. Needing another 106 runs here to get to that total. Graves is unbeaten. Rashid has just joined him in the middle. Police having a wonderful power play, having a good starters to the bowling as they did in the batting.
Yeah, they really have been, the top team in this game almost throughout. It's just those last 10 overs of their batting innings. But once they started this reply, I think that early wicket of Hooper would have buoyed them up. And then after that, once they got rid of Pale, who was looking quite dangerous, they have kept taking wickets since then. And so they're really in the driver's seat. But anything can still happen from this stage. Graves is still there, very dangerous batsman. Excellent feeling there from Martin. Keeps it to 2.
Graves probably saying this is the opportunity to get some runs from Douglas, who has just bowled the first delivery. Spang to square leg, to mid wicket. Saved, good feeling there by Martin. Saved 2 runs at least. So Douglas bowling that delivery from way back behind the stumps.
Yes, good tactics there from Douglas. He looked to mix it up, and he will know that Graves will be coming after him.
This time it's short outside the off stump, and Graves just punks on that one, and it races across the outfield for 4. Loose delivery by Douglas, dealt it accordingly.
Yeah, that was hammered through the offside. That went to the boundary in about half a second.
No man move.
The fielder they had the sweeper cover boundary. Looks like Keswick Williams. He was just about 5 meters away from that one, but he couldn't go across to it.
Pace on that one, power on that one as well. Bisected the field as Douglas continues. This one is hiked somewhere down to mid-on. 1, 2, 3. It is Rickford Walker in the way of that ball, saving at least 2 runs there. Not too comfortable, but he gets another 2 runs. So I'm sensing that Graves think this is the opportunity to him to get some runs from Douglas.
Yeah, he'll be looking to attack Douglas, and Douglas will know that. I would probably thinking to himself, this is an opportunity to get the big fish out and call the game off.
Again, this one is behind. BB is giving chase. I think the ball will win this one. The ball has won that race, and really 4 runs. So a good over so far for Flo. And 4 more runs to Graves. He's taking the opportunity to score.
It is something that they must not take for granted. If Graves is the type of batsman that if he gets some momentum and he gets some confidence, then he can do some serious damage here.
In a short space of time as well. Has to be very careful as he maneuvers the strike here. So he has gotten a very good over so far. So Douglas been introduced by Maloney. Guess he has done well for the Caesars. He's in. This time he's sweeping again. I think the ball will win this race again. 4 more runs. So Graves putting the pedal to the middle here and getting an excellent over. The score moves up now to 66. 66 for 5. After bowling 7 overs here, 66 for 5. And really an excellent over for Flo. And a good over for Graves. Momentum.
That may be the fillip that Graves needs to get himself moving in this innings. As we said before, he tends to get stuck sometimes and then just has these spurts of quick scoring. But at this time, you know, I think he will be very confident about what is going on so far, and we'll be looking now to continue down in the innings. Type of batsman who would probably look to be there at the 20th over, and they will look to build the rest of the innings around him.
Well, if he's there for the 20th over, I'm saying game over.
Yeah, definitely, the game will be over.
Game over, game over.
So
He's not the type of batsman to stick around and really push and pad. I think by then the game will be over. He's that aggressive sort of batter, and he would get the job done. So some excitement being brought back to the game here by Graves with that over from another change of ball. It seems to be Ryan Benetton Stapleton who takes up the attack. Is this after Demba bowling a pretty good spell so far, picked up that crucial wicket of Lewis and also the youngster AK Alston Bob picking up 2 scalps. It's Rashid on strike. What's his job? What is it he's supposed to be doing here now?
I think they sent him really just to not get out because I don't think that he'll be scoring too quickly. But they just want somebody to try to stay there with Chang.
This one is a quick delivery outside here. Awesome. Rashid looking to play defense and looking to play attack at the same time.
Type of almost like a Courtney Walsh type shot.
hoping for the best. Hoping for the best is Rashid. Benetton Stapleton, pretty fine cricketer. He is a good all-rounder. He bowled with some pace as well. Strong lad he is.
We've seen probably some French cricket here from Rashid.
Probably just trying to introduce the cricket to France is Rashid. Trying his best though, I can tell you that. Not known for his batting, but he's there fighting for his team. Flo Ratcliffe, Benetton Stapleton. Still can't get the bat onto the ball is Rashid. Not to show off his job here. Whether to get runs or to stay within the crease, occupy the crease.
Well, what I was saying to you earlier is that I would not have sent Rashid. And this is the reason why. It is one thing for you to ask the lower order batsman to stay there. But then Rashid is not necessarily the most capable to be facing the bowlers who will be bowling at this stage.
This time he gets bat on ball, picks up a single, brings Chang on strike. Graves, who has gotten a lovely over so far, is batting well. I think he needs to carry his bat as long as possible and as far as possible into the innings.
I think what they're telling Rashid to do is to get a single all in the over, which is what he was trying to do. He was playing those
little dabs,
those shots with a little open face, trying to get it somewhere on the offside for a single. But then you have to get your bat on the ball first. So the intention is there, but the execution was just lacking. Now Graves is left with about 2 deliveries in the over.
Well, what would he do with those 2 deliveries? I'm not sure. Think he's going to put the middle to the little. The willow. He's going to wheel the willow. As Maloney marshal his troops. There's a third man. He's pulling in the fine leg. There's a square leg mid-wicket. Deep mid-wicket, that is. There's a cover. Backward point. A sweeper. Mid-off. Long on. This one is hit high and hard. Somewhere cover. He's not seeing it. He's gone for 1. That is Wickford Walker. Wasn't sure where the ball was. So 2 more runs to him. Guess he didn't know where that one was.
Yeah, he seemed to be totally fooled by that shot. He was looking somewhere down the ground, but the fielder at mid-off there, Douglas, was signaling to him that it's coming in your direction. He had no idea where it had gone.
Final delivery. Turns it and picks up a single. Smart batting here. As you said, maneuver the strike, manipulate the strike, final delivery. And after 70 for 5, 8 overs, 9 overs completed, 70 for 5. Peculiar situation here.
Yeah, well, if indeed they really need to make a fist of this, Graves has to bat very close to the end of the innings, and what Fredericks has to try to do is to get this single earlier in the over of the first or second delivery. The fielding team should be aware of what the plan is. Graves will be on strike at the beginning of this over, so then what he has to do then is to try to face maybe up until the fifth or so delivery. Try to see how many he can get, and then try to get on strike for the next over. So that should be the tactic from him.
Well, there's another change in bowling here. Here comes Keswick Williams, the speedster. He'll be bowling to Graves, looking to take that wicket. We know he has different deliveries, the slower deliveries, the Yorker, the wide outside the off stump. He has developed those deliveries over the years. But Graves, in my opinion, would be looking to take a chance in the first 3-4 deliveries, looking for that crucial boundary. Williams, first delivery, there's a peel, a quick single taken there. Leg by single by the umpire. Not too sure of the plan here, Alanson, but he has taken a single on the first delivery.
Yeah, I don't agree with that actually. But they might be saying whatever runs they can get, they will take. But I don't agree with that at this stage. Given the disparity in ability between the two players with the bat.
Let's see into over number 10 here. 71 for 5. 71 for 5 at Sion Hill. Bright sunshine. No clouds in the sky. An excellent day. Sun is out in all its glory. And the spectators are here from all around. Rashid is turning that one. Excellent feeling there by the man at fine leg. Who that is? Benetton Stapleton saving some runs. So another single. 72 for 5 here. Flo Ratcliffe looking to get into a groove, looking to flow into that position that they would love, get into that 156. This one's a slower delivery by Williams. Chance at the other end, misses the stump. Good feeling there by Hooper, quick reaction. If it had hit that stump, he would have been a goner.
Yeah, Hooper did misfield that ball early in the innings, but we know him to be an excellent fielder. Showing it on that occasion, was quick across the ground, got rid of the ball very quickly as well, and would have seen the back of Graves with a direct hit.
Dot delivery ball there by Keswick. Seems to be contented with just jogging and putting it on a spot. Not to express, using his variations. He's bowled. Rashid looking to go over the top, missed it completely, and the ball crashed into his stumps. Keswick Williams has picked up wicket number 6, and Flo Ratcliffe has fallen further into trouble. They are now 72 for 6.
Yeah, and that is what I was speaking about in terms of the caliber bowling that he will have to face. It's easy to do a ploy like that against lesser bowling attacks, but when you have a good bowling attack, you really have to send the players who have the better batting ability to counter what is happening out there.
Yeah, I agree with you there. You have to have players with some technique to deal with this sort of bowling. He had none, he hadn't had defense. He didn't know what he was really doing there. It was only a matter of time. And he goes back to the field and bowled by Keswick Williams. And this brings the big man Johnson, Delon Johnson, to the crease, which I think would have been a better move.
Yeah, either he or Westwick Straw could have come a little bit earlier. Straw, in his recent years, has turned out into more of a hitter. But when he was earlier in his career, he showed good batting technique and used to play a little bit longer innings. And can play with a straight bat as well. He used to be a very good all-rounder in his earlier career.
Well, in this T20 game, you need just about an over or two to change the momentum of this game. If you get a good over 15, 30 runs there from both overs, you know exactly where that takes you. And there's a change in the game with a lot of overs in hand. These two can do that, Graves and Johnson. So still the game is not over for Flo Ratcliffe. I think we have just started to see the depth of their batting. In my opinion, this is their strength, the lower order. So, 73 for 6. Flo Ratcliffe looking for a total of 156. They have lost half of their batting so far. Keswick Williams, bowling Fredericks, went for a big swing, missed it completely, and lost his stumps. So it's Delon Johnson who has come to the crease to join Graves. First delivery driven to mid-wicket. So he's off the mark. That brings you over to an end. So 74 from 10 overs here completed, and they have lost the whole top half of their batting.
Well, that last delivery should back up the point that I was making. That last delivery, fairly tested delivery in the Yorker length, but Johnson was able to play it with a straight back down to the mid-wicket area for a single. Don't think that Frederick would have survived that delivery. So that's the point I'm making. If you have bowlers who are capable of bowling like that, then you need the batsman with the technique to be able to survive that. Are you really sending Frederick out to that job that he cannot do, and really sending him out for hiding to nothing? He's a willing team man and will do what you ask him to do, but I don't think it was a good decision tactically.
You have to have some form of competency when it comes to batting, and we didn't see that from Fredericks. So that was a mistake there. So it has gone already. They have lost 6 wickets. They have now Chang and Johnson, Delon Johnson. He plays one way. Really, he plays one way, and we know that way. As the first delivery from Demba, a good move here from Maloney to get Demba back into the attack.
Yeah, 2 left-handers at the crease. Demba has bowled very well so far. And I think that if he could get 2 quick wickets here, then it would be game over, all bar the shouting.
Demba, Chang outside the off stump. He went for that big one. I think he knows that he has to take a chance. But the thing is, when would you take that chance? You have to wait till the ball comes into your zone. Play smart. Be smart about it. There we go. In your zone, straight down the throat of the man. Takes a catch at mid-off. And he have lost his wicket. Demba has struck again. Wicket number 3 for him. And Graves walks back to the pavilion. Catch taken by Douglas. Wicket number 7 goes. And Flo Ratcliffe are in some serious trouble.
Yeah, serious trouble there. And that delivery was actually there for the shot, but such has been his innings that he hasn't really, even though he got those runs in that over against Douglas, he hasn't really come into full timing in this innings. Has still looked a bit out of sorts, like he's feeling around for some timing and some fluency. And you saw it there from that shot. Really was a half volley that he could have, hit over the long off fielder for 6, but just punching it straight to him. And that's the end of the innings from Graves. 7 wickets now down for the Flo Radcliffe, and they're in serious trouble here in this final at Sion Hill.
Yeah, they have really succumbed to some good bowling here by the police team. Some good strategy been implemented here by Maloney as well. You realize that he's playing each ball on his merit. He's playing each batter based on what is happening. So he brought back Demba to bowl at Chang to get a wicket. Demba has been his better bowler. He called him back into the attack to get that wicket. He did that, and he's now 3 wickets. Kenneth Demba, and Chang goes back to the pavilion. Had a little cameo, but didn't really get flowing. Had a good over prior to that, but really excellent bowling here by Demba. Good feeling, good catch here by Douglas. And they are now facing the 8th ball. They have lost 7 wickets. Just over half of the overs been bowled. Plenty time in this game still, Alanson.
Yeah, lots of time in the game. But the wickets are going down quickly. Don't think that if he flights up anything here to strive, he'll be having any second guessing. I feel he will be going for all or nothing.
He been throwing the kitchen sink at that, for sure. Type of batter he is. This one is hitting the outer portion of the bat, running down to third man, and the ball will win that race. It goes over the fence. Quicker delivery by Demba. Hits the outer portion of the bat into the fence for 4.
Yeah, as you said, it's quicker delivery, was flatter. So not much turn on it. Probably Straw playing and accommodating for a little bit of turn back into him. Hitting the outer portion of the bat. And because of the pace that was on it, easily defeated the man there short turn, going down to the boundary for 4. As we said, the outfield has been quick all day. So he was not in with a chance whatsoever.
Well, the ball have been winning the races all day. It's a foot race, but the ball has been winning the races all day. It's an excellent outfield. The ball is running off of the outfield, and really a good conditions here. Excellent conditions for cricket, really. Just some poor display at times. That's okay. Another single been taken there. Another run to the total as Ratcliffe continues to battle on here. Over number 11 has come to an end. So it's now 80 for 7, 11 overs completed. And your thoughts on the game from here on in?
Well, if they were 80 for 3, then they'll be well in the game because the run rate is not, as we said before, not exorbitant. But with 7 wickets down, they're really up against the 8 ball. And it will take something close to a miracle for them to get over the line here, considering the bowling that they will be facing from here on.
Well, they need somebody to come to the party. Johnson is there. He can do that. All he needs is 2 good overs. He can do that. Yes, I'm sure as well. Very good strike of the ball. All he needs to get a few. But then who do you get those runs from?
I don't think the runs will be the problem for them. I think that at any point, either of these two can have a big over. But the problem is the risk that they may take in doing so, and the fact that only 3 wickets remain. So I
risk
think that's the issue for them at this stage.
Who would you take that risk against? What delivery you take? When do you take that risk? You have to calculate all that. How well would they do that? I'm not too sure. Straw is at the creases on strike. Williams has taken his wicket, a first wicket. He's bowling his second over.
Yeah, and that's where, when it comes to the top order batsman being there, that's where they now have that issue, because although these two, they are no monks with the bat, but in terms of doing those calculations and knowing how to build that innings and to guide it from here on, really needed someone from the top order to carry through and to be there at this point.
I agree with you there. Need somebody to bat through the innings. You have not seen that from both teams. This time, outside the off stump, slower delivery, beaten into the keeper's glove. That's all Keswick Willism needs to do. Put the ball in the right area, take the pace off, and you will have excellent result as there's a change in the field. There's no fine leg. There's a man now, 3 men behind square, backward point era. There's a third man, also a backward point, 2 backward points really, and a cover. Tells you the intentions. This one is hit over cover era. It's gone for 1. Oh, we have seen that all day, Alanson. And that's Martin.
Yeah, very
Darius,
surprising. Yeah, usually a very good feeler.
Through the legs of Darius Martin for 4. This is actually the 4th or 5th time you have seen this for the day.
Yes, you've seen it twice with Graves. You've seen it there with Martin. We saw a similar bubble earlier from Hooper, but it wasn't struck as firmly, so it didn't go to the boundary.
Well, 4 welcoming runs there. 85 for 6. This time is a slower delivery. Call for 1. But Johnson wasn't interested in that at all.
I don't think he would have made it, Dylan, not at this stage.
Probably need a jump start at the other end to get down to that stage. So just a little thought process.
I'll just give you a little anecdote after this delivery about Dylan Johnson. A former student of mine at Georgetown Secondary School. I'll tell you about it after this delivery, Kenroy.
Good Yorker been bowled there by Williams. Dugout.
Yeah, so he would always run for heats and so on for his house, and always willing to participate, but he was not very quick. So he was given the name Total Sprint.
Interesting.
Yeah, so whenever you see him, you can call him Total Sprint.
Total Sprint.
Yeah. See if
Have you ever seen a
where that
Total
came from.
Sprint? Oh my God. He's looking to hike that one, but only finds a deep long on.
Yeah.
So another single.
I think I could make that joke on here about him without him feeling any embarrassment.
Okay, Total
He's
Sprint.
he's a good lad. Yeah, so I don't think that TS would have gotten down to the other end on that previous delivery.
I agree with you there.
Definitely not at this stage of his career, especially.
To spring that turtle into action, it is a lot, eh? Oh my word! That has been smacked. That has been hit. That has gone the distance. Slower delivery by Keswick Williams, and he crashed into that. It went flying into the fence for 6. My word, what a shot. You could hear that from the middle of the bat. That was a blow.
Yeah, I was just saying there off air that for somebody like Straw, it is better for you to go on the shorter side. He's extremely strong off the front foot. And, when you give him that length where he can get onto the front foot and swing through, he's as strong as you up. And you saw the distance there, by far the biggest 6 of the day. Went a long way.
King Garden. That went traveling, I'm telling you. It took a flight, man, and it went flying King Garden's direction. That was a blow. That's all it is. It was a blow coming out of the middle of the bat, and it went flying over mid-on for 6. 6 welcoming runs here. So now the score moves up now to 92, 12 overs been bowled, 6 wickets have fallen. So, still ding dong times here.
As we say, the runs are not the problem, it's the wickets.
Exactly.
So if these two batsmen are still batting in the 18th or 19th over, Ratcliffe will win the game.
I agree.
But once they continue to take wickets, the Police team, they will be victorious.
Well, Kenneth Demba will be bowling, I think, his final over. Trying to get one of these wickets. He plays it straight back. Johnson.
In the approved manner.
And had a total sprint.
With a high elbow.
Had a total sprint as well.
Yes. I think he realizes what Demba has been brought back here to do. I don't think Straw will be batting like that though. I think Straw, if he sees one that he likes, he will still go for it.
He's going to have a go. He's going to have a go. Once it's in his zone, in his half, he's going to have a go. As you said, you have to bowl it back at the length to Straw. Once you go up into his half, he would have a go. So Scamper another single. They are probably just thinking just to get through this over, get as much runs as possible from it. But it's important that these two bat as long as possible into the innings. I think there's a lot of time in this game. Just has to be smart about it. This time he's hitting that one. Stretching far out. Over mid-wicket for 6. That's Dylan Johnson.
Yeah, just seems to hit these 6s very easily without much different type of bat swing that you see from Straw. Straw fast hands and a full swing of the bat. But Johnson always very languid. Has the long levers and just seems to place it over the boundary for 6.
Toddlish.
So the 100 is up now in this.
Exactly.
The 13th over. 12.3 overs. So 100 up for Ratcliffe.
Good position to be in. Only problem is you have lost too many wickets.
7 wickets down.
Just have to be smart about it here.
I think if they continue for another 2 overs or so, then the nerves will start setting with the police. So they'll be under a bit more pressure. And you may start to see a little misfeel here and things like that. But for now, they're far enough away from the score that they could still feel a bit settled.
Yeah, I do agree. And knowing that Kenneth Demba is bowling his last over in this game, that is something to talk about and to think about as well. Who would they rely on? Rashid Fredericks? Sorry, Kenneth Demba has finished. Douglas didn't bowl a proper over up front. You still have BB to come back. Keswick Williams to continue. Martin still with a spell. All pacers. And these batters love pacers.
That's well played there by Straw, just putting it back where it came from, just forward and pushing it back down the pitch. A flat and quick delivery there from Demba. You've seen some very quick deliveries from some of the spinners today. Quicker than some of the pace bowlers.
I'm telling you. See, New York has been bowled by these spinners like a fast bowler. Some excellent deliveries being developed. So that brings the Demba over to an end, and that brings his spell to an end in this game. He has bowled excellently. He has bowled 4 overs. Let's figure it. So 4 overs, 21 runs, and he has picked up 3 wickets. The main wicket taker, excellent spell from him. That has come to an end. And now, who do you replace him with?
Yeah, well, it's 101 for 7 after 13 overs. Demba has completed his spell. They have no choice, I think, but to go to the Pacers. They may introduce Hooper, but it may be a bit risky against these two. I think that they'll probably want to introduce him against some other batsmen, or probably before these two had cleared the boundary. Because now that they have, I think it's maybe a different proposition for a slow bowler to be bowling against them, unless you have the class or the quality of Demba.
I agree with you there. That brings back the speedster. He picked up a pretty good wicket there, that of Richie Richards, caught behind. So Darius Martin comes back into the attack. He'll be bowling to Delon Johnson.
These two know each other very well, almost a case of mentee and mentor. You see them together not just on the field sometimes, but you see them together off the field. So there should be familiarity between Johnson and Martin. It's a quick delivery there. That's one breezing through. With that pace, I think that if there was just one little edge on that, that would have gone. The third man is in the circle. So has to be careful there.
No man's land.
We have seen these edges already in this game because of the wicket and the nature of it. Fly all the way for 6.
Saw that from Graves. First delivery he batted. Went flying.
And that's the big wicket. That's the end of Delon Johnson. Looking for the pull. Shortest delivery. And missed time in it. Safe catch held there by Hooper. One of the best fielders that you could find around. And I think that is the nail in the coffin. The final one, I should say.
I do think so. I think he rushed it a little bit too much. He should have waited a little bit longer. Is Martin the right person to take? And I don't think so. With that pace on the wicket and that sort of a length, you could have taken a single and give yourself some more time to get the further down into the innings and take that risk. But unfortunately, he has taken the risk. He's now going back to the pavilion and they have lost wicket number 7.
Some noise being made here. 2 straws at the wicket. Leroy straw, Reswick straw. And some sisters on this side there saying straw and straw.
Well, put the straws together, you get a house in it. Straw house.
And I think they'll need more than a straw house. They need
In
one out
these
of
times,
concrete.
in these times.
Yeah, because the situation is dire.
Big bad wolf.
And the winds are blowing all
the big
around
bad
the straw
wolf is
house
coming
at
to
this
blow
time.
your house away, man.
Yeah.
Well, the straws are at the crease. Martin has picked up his second wicket. Good delivery again, short up into the body, no room. Johnson going caught. Hooper. He made his contribution, not enough to get them across the line. But Darius Martin having a good spell so far as well. Just missing something in his run there. Dead ball signaled by the umpire. This one is down the leg side. Wide signal by the umpire.
Yeah, I think what will happen here, what we may see is just a little bit of entertainment at the end, because I think once Straw gets back on strike, then he will be unrestrained
Yeah.
in his approach.
Yeah.
May hit a few big balls
Definitely.
just to end things off with a bang. But I think the police team will be very pleased with where they are now, and they'll be tasting victory almost on their lips at this point.
Well, another victory for them. Not far away at all. This time he's edging that one down to third man. 4 intelligent runs there. Intelligent edge, you call that. Into the fence of 4.
Actually, I was about to say that considering the pace at which Brett is bowling, the likeliest place for Leroy to get a boundary is down fine. So the third man should be a little bit finer, considering that, and maybe you have one of your quicker movers down there instead of Bibi, because that's going to be a higher traffic area given who is batting, as opposed to the mid-off and mid-on and so on.
Bibi is actually rolling around. He wouldn't get there. The ball has won the battle all day against Bibi. So that one goes to the fence of 4. So 4 more runs there for Flo Ratcliffe. 4 welcoming runs as well. So as you see the change, as you said, Hooper is now at third man and Bibi comes up into the circle.
Well, it's a little bit late, but I mean, it's never too late for them, because they are in such a good position that these little things will not cost them in the end. But those are things that you have to be on the ball for. You know? You have to have that kind of killer instinct where you don't want to give anything away. And it will all go well for you as you go up the levels in the cricket.
Yeah. Again, short lifting live outside the off stump. Taken by Walters, who has taken over that position as wicket keeper from Douglas. So 106 for 8, 13.4 was bowled here. Another 50 runs to get. 6 overs remaining. Not impossible. This one is tickled off his pads. Down to fine leg. Another single. So that brings a big straw into attack. Into face.
Yeah, well, interesting to see what he does, because there's a few deliveries left in this over. Will he try to get the strike and go over who is bowling at the other end?
Well, who knows? Let's see what he does from here on in. I know he's going to have a go.
Yeah,
he's going to have a go.
If he sees anything that he likes, he'll definitely have a go.
Once you see the white ball in his range, he's going to have a go. I think Darius Martin going to bowl it on a hard length.
That would be advisable. I don't think you want to be pitching too many up to straw in this situation. Unless you're looking for that Yorker delivery.
That's what I'm saying. That one crashed somewhere into his helmet. Oh, he hits the stumps and misses. So if he had connected to that stump, he would have been a goner. But a short delivery, as I suspected, into the body, wrapped him somewhere. That brings you over to an end. And he scampers a single.
Just saying some words here from some of the supporters from Parkhill, saying to Martin, you're also from Parkhill. You shouldn't be bowling so quickly to the straws.
Can't be bowling after your boys like that. Planning to block the road later. Be careful now, Martin.
All fun and games, I'm sure. But of course, in the heat of the competition, you know, you will do what you need to do to win within the confines of the law.
I do. Stay within the confines of the law. The cricket game has its laws, has its rules. He's allowed to do that. So, that brings Mr. Williams back into the attack. He'll be bowling to Straw.
I look for a slow delivery in this over, but I think Straw will definitely be going for Ryan. He'll be going at him.
This one is down the leg side, tickled. Good movements here by the wicketkeeper, Jahil Walters. Just keeping it to 1. So the straws in operation. This one is a fuller delivery. Not fielded cleanly by Hooper. Short texture cover. Gives way easy single. Taken by the straws. Score moves up by 1.
Yeah, I think he was just attacking that a bit too much because there was no way, and I will use the first name because both batsmen have the last name. DeRoy was not looking for the single initially. So there was no need for him to attack that delivery in the field. So he could have just long barrier, waited on it. Would have kept it to a scoreless delivery. But I mean, you know that Shaman Hooper is very excitable,
Yes.
exuberant, and I guess, you know, that occasion just a bit over exuberant.
Things do happen. Williams, ooh, that's a quick delivery outside the off stump. Straw looking to go high and hard.
I tell you what, if he had connected on that, you would have still been waiting to see where it would have landed.
Would have been interesting. Would have been interesting indeed. Because the mid-off is up. The fine leg is back. Is it? No? There's a third man? No, there's no third man. 3 passes on the onside. There we go. It's in there. Would somebody get to it? No man's land. He chipped, struck somewhere high in the bat and fell in no man's land and picks up another single.
Yeah, totally mistimed that one. And in the end, it was to his benefit. Calling for a bat may have come off the toe and done some damage to the bat.
This time, Kimman is just tucking it to mid wicket. As he calls for a bat, he needs a change in bat.
Yeah, that one seemed, he's looking at the toe end of the bat. So it seemed to have come off the toe end of the bat, that last shot that landed in no man's land. Neither the man at long on or the man at deep mid wicket had a chance of getting to it.
So Williams on his long run from the airport, 10 E.T. Joshua Airport, 10 decommissioned airport here at Arnesville, runs away from us.
That was an excellent delivery. That one actually seemed to leave him off the pitch. Squared Westwick up as he was looking to play down the ground. Maybe starting to think of the single now to get back striking in the next over. Didn't really lift the backlift too high before that delivery.
That was a quick delivery as well. Bounce and pace. Squared him up as well into the keeper's glove. So some good pace here being generated by Williams. So those hard lengths he's been bowling, that brings you over to an end.
So 113 for 8. In pursuit of 156. Five overs? Yeah, only 5 overs remaining. So they need another 43 runs from 5 overs. It's not impossible.
In the context of a T20 game, that is gettable.
Very gettable. I think the problem is 8 wickets down.
That's the problem. Wickets in hand. But all you need is a couple of strikes from a batter and it changes the whole trajectory of this game.
Seeing a bit of a conference there among the senior players on the Police 2 team.
Well, they're contemplating who would bowl this over. Very critical over. So it's Darius Martin, who had success in his last over, would continue to bowl here for the Police team, who has really shown their dominance in this format of the game. In St. Vincent and Grenadines for the past 3 to 4 years, have won the tournament. And really, they are playing like true champions today. Had an excellent start with the bat. Fell away in the middle. Came back. Keswick Williams Indians had 18 not out. Propelled them to 156. And now they have their opponents just about 118 for 8. Darius. Short delivery into his hips. He turns that one to square leg. Picks up another single. So these two brothers are probably just walking their magic here. Seeing how far they could take this game into 17th, 18th over. Now 119 for 8. Yeah, from the House of Straws. Kimran and DeRoy. Conditions have been excellent for cricket. The outfield was superb. Batting wicket was excellent. And really we have seen some good display of fast bowling and spin bowling here. We have seen some lovely shots being played, especially from the likes of Maloney and his opening partner Walters, who played some lovely shots as well. Few shots being played by the other opponents, but really it has been a fantastic day for cricket here at Sion Hill. Love the support as well from the supporters from Park Hill. They are here back in their Flo Ratcliffe team as Darius Martin out of the same Park Hill area misses his run and bought it. Somebody just shouted from the back to Martin that he's from Park Hill and he has to catch van to go up. So hurry up and bowl. Wow. This one is a short lifting delivery into the keeper's glove. He has done that successfully all day.
I think that might be the quickest delivery for the day. So far, that one was very quickly into the hands of Walters. Stroud was very late on that pull shot. Don't think you're going to see many in his half. I don't think Brent wants him to hit him back over his head, Martin. So he's looking to pull back that length. No, he's not as strong off the back foot as he is on the front foot.
This one, oh my God, he's hitting it. He's up in the shoulder. He's put up the fingers. And I think it went from the bat into the shoulder. And the keeper taking an easy catch. Short lifting delivery. Wicket number 9 has fallen. And oh, how things has fallen here for Flo Ratcliffe. Another wicket for Martin.
Scratchy coming out the bat. Crowd favorite, you would say?
Crowd favorite at number 11. Well, as Shaw makes his way out, he's been given the nickname Scratchy. So just a wicket away, Police from reclaiming their championship here at Sion Hill. T20 champions again, 2025. This is a tournament that they've held on to for approximately 4 to 5 years, have not been defeated. They're also, I think they are also the regional champions, Police champions, T20 champions as well. So they have held on to that championship for a pretty long time and continue their dominance over the years. So Darius Martin still with the ball in his hand. Final wicket, final delivery, is it? No, a few more deliveries to go. But really, they have played an exceptional job, exceptional game. This one is hitting down to the boundary. Loud shout here from the pavilion into the fence for 4. Darius Martin goes to the fence for 4. So Scratchy has scratched something into the fence for 4 runs. 4 runs.
Well, from the noise here, you'd have thought that he just won the game for the Ratcliffe team. But as I said, crowd favorite. That one just came off the edge. I don't think he's going to get another one in his half, because as he was running through after playing that shot, he celebrated a bit in front of Martin. Don't think he's getting another one pitched up, so you better make sure that the helmet is on securely.
They probably had a chat earlier and he said, I must score runs off of you now. I must hit you for 4. And he has done it. So I am thinking here now, Darius Martin probably just would say, okay, let me stay in my half and do what I'm supposed to do. So 4 runs to him, 4 runs to Flo Radcliffe.
I think he got a little greedy, he was looking to bowl him down.
I think so as well. And he got punished for that. So it's Darius Martin bowling to his friend Scratchy. This time, it's into the fence for 4 more ball. A Yorker length hitting the stumps and ricocheting down to the boundary for 4. Really not 4, but he's bowled. So Police have won this T20 tournament again. Reigning champions. Excellent delivery from Martin.
Yes, and the Police 2 team, they are champions. They have retained their championship. They have won against the Ratcliffe team, the Flo Radcliffe team here in the Neil Williams, National Lotteries Neil Williams T20 competition. And they have won by 37 runs in the final after posting 55 in the batting innings. They have been able to defend that total. And very strong performance by them overall to take this victory here today, Kenroy.
Yeah, congratulations to the lawmen. They batted well from the start. They had a good start. Unfortunately, they crumbled in the middle. But they got to 156, which was a challenging total. And they themselves know that they have a very good bowling unit. They went out, bowled well, defended their championship. And congratulations to them. Well bowled to Kenneth Demba, well bowled to Darius Martin, and the other bowlers from Police. Well batted to Desmond Maloney and Walters. And they deserve victory today.
All right, so we thank you very much for joining us today for the final of this National Lottery's Neil Williams T20 competition. And there you have it. Police 2 champions once again winning against the Flo Ratcliffe team by 37 runs. Have a good day.